So that sheep that runs at you. What's your next move?
Listen,
Is sheep?
You ever watch Shaun the Sheep? Scary that.
I have been butted by a sheep because I had they love Weetabix.
There's our intro.
Hello, you beautiful people. Listen, if you enjoy watching our podcast, we are on Patreon, and that's patreon.com/What's Happening Pod. You get to see a lot more of us, and obviously, you're helping support us in what we're doing. Matty, what can they expect on the Patreon?
And if you just don't want to wait for the release of the public episode, you get early access to all public episodes at least 48 hours before. And not only that,
you can get a minimum of 2 exclusive Patreon episodes a month. Obviously, if you've got the time available, we'll throw a third and a fourth in. But don't get fucking greedy, all right? Don't be getting greedy. Also, already on there, in the back catalogue, there's a few Patreon specials where the lads gone out with cameras. We've had a laugh. We've gone to Ninja Warrior where I folded Bobby in half. We went to the driving range where Danny deep-throated the fucking 3 wood and was in bits. It was fantastic. What else, Dan?
Yeah, so the Patreon, basically, as Bobby said earlier, it's another way for you to support us in what we're doing, more so than you already do. But it's an easier way for you to get in touch with us as well. So if you want to have some input in the content that's getting produced on the Patreon, you subscribe to the Patreon and you can message us directly on there, and one of us 4 will see it. We will respond and we'll take what you're saying into account. You're getting the backlog of the specials that are already there, and there's going to be at least one a month coming every month from now on. You're getting a minimum of 2 Patreon exclusive episodes a month, which you will only see if you're on the Patreon and the early access. You're getting all that bundled in, and it's £4 a month. So if that's something you want to see, you want to get more involved, you like us and you want to see more of us, patreon.com/What's Happening Pod, link down in the description. We love you. Hello, welcome back. Episode 49 of the What's Happening Podcast. Hope you all had a great week. If you didn't, not my problem. We're joined this week by Dean and Amy as well.
Hey.
How are we doing? Dean and
Hello.
Amy, if you don't know them.
It might have been your problem, sorry. I just need to jump in there. You said if you not have a good week, it's not my problem, but it might have been. You might have ruined someone's week.
Unless I directly caused the bad week.
I've urges ruin people's weeks sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Just
Quite common.
Every other week though. This week is not my problem. Next week
it was his fault this time.
Yeah, it's been this week.
Every now and then he just fucking railroads someone's week, don't you, lad?
Yeah. You've got to do it sometimes.
Bomb on someone's
I've been trying to not be as much of a knobhead, but occasionally you just get a little bit about your system.
Just within your nature.
Every night, exactly.
You can't keep wearing that mask all the time, can you?
Have you ever had the urge to like kick a nan?
All the time.
Or no
Oh,
Urges to do all
they're so
sorts.
slow.
Oh, mate.
Like, boot them out the way, yeah.
All day.
Before we get any further into assaulting the elderly, by the way, for anyone who's watching who doesn't know yous, Dean and Amy.
We love punching nans.
Yeah. If you've got a nan.
And granddads.
We don't discriminate over here.
Yeah.
Equality.
Anyone can get
inclusive.
Granddems.
It sounds like gangster roadmen, doesn't it? The grandem.
Grandem.
Like them 2 fucking cockney fellas who rap now, the 2 our fellas. What are they
Oh,
called?
lad, you know what? I can't wait till the pair of them die. You know, they piss me
Why am I
off.
not onto this? Who is it?
You see them on TikTok all the time doing like rap battles with other old men, and they're like, "You fucking little." It's like, lad, die, lad.
It's quite a good impression, not Danny?
It was quite good.
Piss me off, lad.
It's all your theatre school coming on.
I was never in theatre school.
Billy Elliot.
Theatre in school.
Yeah.
Drama school. Very
Go on,
different.
go back to the intro. I'll stop talking.
It's okay.
It's like that. Just
Yeah, I was never in theatre school. Let's get that out of the window. Dean and Amy, for those of you who don't know who you are, what you do, you're the host of the Mild High Club podcast.
Mild High Club podcast.
Put it on the screen now.
Stand-up comedy.
We're just
Maybe starting stand-up comedy some point.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I keep telling me,
That's
I
so
keep
shit.
saying I want to get my bird into it because my bird helps me write loads now. When I said she's so like, her humour's incredible.
Yeah.
She won't get on stage. That's boss.
I'm just gonna do it because I've helped you with jokes.
Yeah.
So I've kind of done it by proxy.
Yeah, and you
Would
spent
not
enough
be
time at
fuming,
gigs
though,
as well.
If, like, say your birds both got into stand-up and they both help you write, half your shit, and then in 2 years' time they're smashing it, and you're still going to open mics.
Yeah, I wanna be
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
I can just chill then, innit? I'll be a stay-at-home husband and be like,
Your home husband.
Yeah.
I'll give you a topper. That's right.
My bird will accidentally fall downstairs.
Like, oh no!
Imagine
she's
like
dead.
you've been grinding for years, right, and then you're just there to support.
I mean, that's all right though, because
That's
we get 100% of the money between us, innit?
I told Nightingale I was starting stand up, and he asked if he could be my tour support.
That's it. I love that, you know. I love him.
Imagine that. We go, Nightingale going out and twatting it, and then you go out going, oh shit.
Imagine he's like, can I be your tour support?
Struggling
See
here.
how you get on the circuit first, fella. Let's not jump the gun here, you know what I mean?
But yeah, so that'll be something happening this year, innit?
But
That's
currently,
cool.
we're just influential drug users, aren't we?
Pretty much, yeah.
He
We're
didn't
just
tell you
criminals
could
of the
do
internet.
that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Career
Yeah.
guidance. He didn't say you could do that.
Imagine being sat in connection saying, listen, I just want to get on the gear.
Can I take acid and
That's-
go on Omegle and make money from it? And they go, yeah. And you go, yeah, it's right. That'd be
There's
sick.
me. That's me.
Sorted.
We're
I don't re-
educating the kids.
That'll be
aren't we?
why I don't get asked to go back to my school to give a speech. Because they'd be like, I'd be stood in front of all the students going, hey, don't bother.
Take drugs.
Yeah.
man.
Take drugs.
Around
Get on the
September,
internet.
go to the Lake District
Do
with
what
a
you
wicker
want.
bag. You pick as many as you want.
Yeah.
Did I,
Yeah.
did I
Even
tell-
sell them.
did I tell you about when we got in trouble with our old school?
I don't know. You
Yeah.
might, maybe.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
did you? So I said a story about a teacher who was at the school. Right?
Oh, she was like a power slag or something.
yeah, yeah. Made like an
Allegedly.
made like-
Allegedly. No
Allegedly.
names, no names.
We
no names.
we accused said teacher.
That
of-
wasn't true, by the way.
Yeah,
We just said it.
We made it up.
Yeah, it was a joke.
I thought it was true.
Comedy podcast.
You allegedly thought it was true.
Allegedly.
I thought she went on a 3-month leave when I left the school, and the rumor was rife, and I was like, she's being sacked, and I never went back to that school, so I didn't know. So I thought it was true.
Would you allegedly shag her? What, like, was she fit, or was she just one of the only female teachers in the
I
school?
mean,
One of the only female teachers.
Okay, that's fair.
But the reason I'm
Points
having
to
this
reckon up.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm starting to like the sound of this,
the
lady.
reason I'm having this
Yeah.
conversation you said about getting invited back to school. So the head teacher phoned me
Mm.
and told me like to fucking take her out of the podcast before she seeks legal advice. And then she just went, if you get a bit more famous, I'll invite you back to the school to talk to the boys. And I was like,
And there was these one time,
So-
she sucked someone.
I want to blow up, and I want to go back to that school. And while I'm on the stage, just go, hey, she is a slag, don't you know?
And everyone share this podcast on your Twitters and all your WhatsApp groups and that, so we can get Gary to call the teacher
we
a
need
slag
that
in front of the
speech,
whole
that's
school.
Patreon
The best
special.
part of that phone call, though, she was like, listen, she went, I know 3 years went to this school, and she went, and some of the stuff you've said, she went, I'm not bothered about one of the Dagnall twins calling me a slag, because I'm not a slag. But what you said about said teacher, and I was like, oh, what a quote. I'm not asked by one of the Dagnall twins calling me a slag.
I love cock. I'm not bothered about that.
Yeah.
In the Mile High Club, apparently there's no such thing as a slag anymore. Shame went out the window.
There's no shame here. Well, Amy, just going back to the stand-up thing real quick, you've kind of already wrote me a set, didn't you?
Oh,
to do.
yeah, I did.
You've done that
And-
for the Patreon special, didn't you?
Yeah, and like it
And it ended up
smashed.
smashing.
It smashed,
It
and
never-
someone caught him afterwards and was like, "Oh, you should do that as you set," and he was fuming.
I never spoke to you
I was
again.
like, fuck you.
I'd been
I worked
saying
hard
like
on
that,
that set,
mate.
and
I'd
now
been
she
like
just
that
done this
fella
one.
just said your comedy weren't funny, and also
One fella asked me
you.
if I was a professional actor as well, because of like
Yeah.
what the thing was. Like, it was just mad.
Yeah, fuck
I
that,
did a
lad.
poem and everything, but I was flapping.
There was a poem in there.
Oh, lad, it was horrible.
Yeah.
You put a poem in the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
had
it's
a camera strapped to my
awful.
chest, looking at my face, and then I hadn't
Change
read
the
a word
trains.
of it. Didn't know what was in it. Just nothing. Yeah, it was literally like that. I was going to try and put it on my head, but we didn't have the thing.
It was like shame, a semen demon, like proper awful.
It was mad. But I was flapping because I was like, this is just going to be bombing for like 10 minutes or something. Didn't know what it was going to say. Everyone she showed it to were like, fucking hell, can't believe you're going to say
Did you
this.
Did you not see the set before you had to
I
do
didn't
it?
know anything.
Ah,
The
that's
first
good.
time I seen it was when I was on stage and I turned the paper over. Just
Oh,
started
and
reading.
also the music was Mad World.
Oh, yeah.
Mad World.
So do you know, like,
War on
yeah. So you know, like everyone's got like hype songs going on. It's like, boom,
that just
boom,
reminds me
boom,
of
boom, boom, boom. I just walked on dead slow with a can, like.
That song just reminds me of the Gears of War advert years ago on Xbox. When
Yeah,
Oh, what
yeah.
a game Gears of War is, by the way.
Yeah, so I done it, and after like the first couple of lines, people were like fucking pissing
Into it?
themselves because it was ridiculous what I was saying. I was saying like, oh,
Where
I'm
did you
doing a
perform
public apology on the internet.
Lafayette.
I've had a
Was
wank
it?
over my nan and all this. So
Yeah,
like
so
shit like that.
I went. Do you know like My Name Is Earl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went that method.
It was
of
me
like, I'm a sinner and I need to publicly apologise for all the terrible things I've done in my life.
And it was just a big list of stuff and then a poem that rounded up the whole experience. But everyone was fucking smashing. And then after it, I tried to do normal stand-up. Because I had
no
10
one's
minutes. And I think it was about 5 to 7 minutes or something. And I went, oh, well, now that's done, I'll do a bit of... And I tried it, and I went, so do you know what, forget this. See you later. I wanked over my nan, bye.
That's sick.
It was
You know.
funny, man.
One
ruthless,
thing I
though.
wanted to speak to you about, because I've not gotten around to watching it yet. I'm not going to lie, don't subscribe to Patreon.
Hey, same.
I haven't got any money to do so.
Right, just dead quick before you ask this. Do you even watch podcasts anymore?
I watch some.
American ones.
Yeah, I'm the
'Cause
same.
since
But
starting,
only the
I've just
ones
stopped.
like I would like to watch more, but I just got no time, man. There's
Bad
loads I just
Friends.
see and they go, and then
Is a ginger.
Ah,
Santino.
Did you say get him on board with that? Like, yeah, he's also a ginger.
they don't all know each other, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a
that's
cult.
the biggest compliment I've ever had. He's fucking incredible.
But
Sorry, Daniel, son.
He is
You've
like
recently
next level.
done a Patreon special, in a swingers club.
Yeah.
We did.
Where'd you go to Tarnos?
Yeah.
Townhouse,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
He's
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Sure, I see you.
It's one of them.
Yeah, there's head of that thing
Backstroking in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was class.
What was that like? Did you go there like when one of the I've never been to
So
this
that was a
place.
How
content
excited he's
night.
getting going.
I've
Doing a live show
I've,
there.
I've never been to the swingers club.
Yeah.
That was our first time.
Did you go? Did you go? Did you go when it was all going on,
Like that.
or
Not
did they
for-
set time aside for you to go in
Right.
while people weren't?
So that was a
getting cummed on?
content night. So you go and shoot content. So the girls that I was in the basement with.
I've
Mad
got a
that
camera.
Danny calls us jizz content. It's mad that. Just go shooting content everywhere.
Yeah, so the girls in the basement were like OnlyFans girls. And they
Okay,
were there shooting content for their OnlyFans.
right, that makes sense. And the basement's roughly whereabouts in Birkenhead?
I mean, if it wasn't like full of cum, it'd be a boss house. It was a sick house.
Yeah,
Why is it like an old house? Is it?
Just like
At
it
times?
looked like an old pub.
Floors.
You imagine like one of them old big
used to-
pubs.
Didn't he
Sort
be a
of like,
bank here?
sort of like a townhouse.
It might have been a
That's
bank,
right.
maybe, but it was massive. But yeah, the content night, there was like a spoof porn getting filmed and shit like that.
So when you
So
say
it was all-
content,
it
like,
was all
you mean
filming.
you were
The
actually
only
going
night-
down there to
People
shag
The
and,
only
like,
night you
video and all
allowed
that?
Yeah.
cameras in
Okay.
there. So we turned up with fucking podcast equipment, and they were like, "What are you doing?" We were like, "We're
You
just
turned up
going to
with
chat
James
with you." No, James couldn't make it, man. I was gutted.
Yeah.
But so yeah, and then we just interviewed whoever wanted to come on.
Yeah.
And it was like some.
There was a
some
woman called
couples
Six
and-
Fists who
Sorry?
Six
Fists,
Excuse me.
and she can fit 6 fists inside her at the same time.
So she's got to get like 3. Wait, I'm having
So
to
she
count this.
wears
Then she's
nappies,
having to get
3 fellas.
three fellas to stick fist up her.
Or 6
Oh.
putting one in.
Or
s-
women.
Wait,
Or the fella off
who's
Mortal
6 people
Kombat.
putting one fist in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Don't know what
What's
I'm
the
thinking
fella
about
off
then.
Mortal Kombat with all the arms? What's his name?
Oh,
Six
fucking-
fists.
And it was the woman Shiva in it.
Yeah.
Got her or something.
Or the Pokemon. What's that Pokemon?
Is there proof of this, by the way? or is this just
Yeah,
like-
Macho.
No,
Have
so
you
I
witnessed
wanted-
6 Fists in
I
action?
wanted to
No, we did
finish the
speak to her, though.
episode
Are the
by
6 fists dry or are they lubed up?
probably
They're gonna have to be
lube.
lubed.
Bit of veg oil or
Don't be
something.
Yeah.
stupid.
Not even a bit of spit.
This is 6 Fists. Just speaking about the this isn't just any regular 4 fist
Don't
woman.
disrespect 6 Fists, right? But what did you say?
I wanted to finish the episode by us all like running, skidding on our knees,
In jizz.
What
and then
food court?
all our hands together going
into 6 Fists.
What a way
But she
to
wouldn't
wrap
let us.
Yeah, she said no.
She wasn't up for it.
Yeah,
never
disrespectful,
mind.
How
apparently.
rude of her.
Wait, so,
But,
so were people, when you were in there though, like was the people just around the place just
Choppers out
just
and that?
goosing on, just
Yeah,
shagging?
So yeah.
Madness.
But probably not as much as like a normal swingers night where like, because some of the rooms in there,
You want to go?
you
know?
can fit like pure heads in there.
Lad,
Do you know what I mean?
There's like a documentary on Channel 4 about a swingers club and lad, it's insane, you know. Maybe
Oh,
watch it.
yeah,
What?
well, boss. There's a night called Pure, which is just partying and shagging.
MILF Mondays.
MILF Mondays, yeah.
But
Always
if
fun.
you look at the website, Danny, right, because Eddie Fortune does jokes
Milf
about it, so
Monday,
I was talking to Eddie about it, and he was showing me the website, and like, it's hard to sign up as a straight male.
It's not, you just have to pay more.
Yeah, it's just because you're
No, but
fucking.
it's limited.
It's
Oh,
limited.
it's limited, sorry.
Like, it's a membership. It's a guest list, like a list to get on the membership, because like men are just predators.
But if you go with your missus, you'd be able to
I
get
don't
in.
think she'd be as up for that as I would be.
But you two don't have to do anything with anyone else.
Yeah,
It's not like you walk in, they go, get him! And they all jump on you. Do you know what I mean? You can just sit there and go, you know what, I don't want to do anything.
You've ruined me all
Imagine just going in for a drink, though, lad. Like,
Some people
imagine
do.
just
There's
sitting
a fella
at the bar
there.
and just, oh, 6 Fists.
There was a fella there and he was like, didn't realise.
Well. You can just wank over people.
Stellar in one hand, dick in the other.
Yeah, why not?
It's that kind of place. But Danny, You could get away with being a woman, I reckon. If you...
He looks like he's a
I'm
good
gonna
looking
walk
woman
in
in
and I'm gonna walk in and be like,
Yeah.
pre-op. Still got it going on.
Where's his six fist? I want to beat that record.
Where is she?
Six slippers.
We'll do.
There was a guy called Stevie Dix who was the top 1%.
Is that a Fleetwood Mac reference or
Yeah.
something?
That's cool. I like that.
Top 1% length and girth in the world.
What?
That's silly.
So how big
Did
are we
you see his
chatting?
hair?
Too big for
Shocking,
love.
mate. I seen a picture of it. Amy fucking got the real
Nah.
in 4K in real life.
But is he
like.
good looking? Because it's always some ugly
Yeah.
fucker who's got like a massive joey
Yes.
on them. Like I've seen the fella who went on this morning and he just looks
Well,
swollen in his
Right,
face, doesn't
that-
he?
yeah.
He was asexual.
So is that not attracted to any
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
anything?
Nah,
Because no one's attracted to him.
No,
That's
yeah.
He's
He
done
had
that
a partner,
through choice,
though.
though.
Yeah, there's got to be a theory behind that. He literally cannot put that up anything. So it's just like,
Most women.
Maybe
Do you
Yeah.
reckon he could?
Fists.
Do you reckon he could fill a Pringle can then?
Yeah.
Won't be far off. Like
Oh my
it's a good way to get the
Really?
bottom Pringles.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Little suction.
You never get the
Oh,
hand in
yeah.
there. You just go.
We're different.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But
A little
like,
suction cup.
this is the thing, no, because MILF Mondays.
He's
Sounds
into
like-
this.
Are you into MILFs?
Well, this yeah.
I mean, I think
Not
everybody's
mummy
into MILFs. Let's
I'm
just.
not into DILFs.
That's
yeah,
a very
that's
different thing, no.
though, isn't it?
Why?
Very different.
Why?
A 50-year-old woman is 9 times out of 10 more attractive than a 50-year-old man.
And they're also like hitting the sexual prime as well.
Exactly.
Hitting the
Men at
sexual
50 are
peak.
finished. Your dick goes wrinkly.
Yeah.
it goes inside itself.
Yeah.
Smells like piss
See,
all the time.
This would be my only concern, though, as somebody turning up for MILF Mondays with high hopes.
Yeah.
Not every woman.
It's Birkenhead MILFs, remember?
See, this is where I was going. Not every woman who calls themselves a MILF's a MILF.
Yeah, who's
That's
Some
true.
of them are
who's
just
labelled a MILF? Is she self-labeled or
This
I
is
think you
what I'm
literally just
saying.
need a child
Wait,
to go.
how'd you get
maybe.
accredited?
What's the
I don't know.
criteria?
Yeah, yeah.
is it like like CCS fucking mates card or the builders have the little green one?
Yeah.
Because they imagine turning up thinking, like, all these MILFs are getting it, and you just turn up and there's like a Brenda.
Jackie, yeah, just Jackie
No,
Stallone's
no,
Or dinner
everywhere.
ladies,
Yeah,
like Christmas night out.
Or there'll be dinner ladies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Doc Cotton's
No.
everywhere.
No, see, that's what I mean.
I think the
What
worst
other
thing
nights
though
did he do?
would be going and nobody wanting to shag you. Innit?
I'd imagine being,
that- that
being the
happens.
lonely one
That'd be
in the
the
swingers
worst.
club.
You go in
That
reckoning
happens.
you're gonna just be putting it down, and then everyone just like moving away from you and that. You're
Everyone's like,
"Oh,
oh,
That happens
Well-
on that documentary on Channel 4.
Ah.
There's a fella who goes in, right, and he's like, he thinks he's a stud, and he's like in the bar going, yeah, I'm tapping pussy tonight and all that. And he just left at the bar all night on his own. But then there's a couple who go, and his bear just keeps getting rattled by everyone, and no one goes near him. And I was like, that is
I'd have to beat it to death.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't
That's-
live with that
But
afterwards.
that's
Couldn't do it.
why ropes were invented.
Have you seen
He's
it?
got to go home and string
No,
himself.
but this is the thing. I imagine going with your beard though, because imagine you're at the point where you're like, right, look, like if the pair of us are okay with it, we're in that set and that sad, and you look and your beard's
Like,
just getting
listen,
wellied,
no,
and
yeah,
you're just sat there going,
Someone kept trying to shag him, but it was a fella. And
And he holds a goal.
that fella, his name was Beb Cub, right?
What?
Beb Cub. And
That was
he,
his
Hobby.
real name. He was staying in
I was going to say, is that his
anonymous.
Christian name?
It'd be
yeah.
pretty obvious who it
Why-
was if it
why-
was just one Beb Cub in the world.
that Beb Cub Smith or is it O'Neill?
And he said he used to just lock himself in the glory hall because that's the only place he can get any action.
Because his face is hidden.
Yeah.
That's our
Yeah.
ass, that, mate. That
That's
is.
like Russian roulette, innit? You don't know what you're sticking your dick into, really.
No,
No, he's the mouth, innit?
It is what it is. I can
Mouth.
imagine it.
It is what it is, how it is.
hopefully a vagina. You know, you never know.
I like the names of them. So you've got MILF Monday. What else is there? Like Titty Tuesdays or Wang
don't know.
Wednesdays.
Two
or
for
something.
Tuesdays, Domino's.
Yeah.
Oh, and is there a titty shoe?
No, we did.
Wagyu Boof Wednesday.
Do you remember Topless Tuesdays? Was it on Tumblr?
No,
What?
Someone made that.
A topless
I
Tuesday.
was born too late, you know.
I remember Mad Mondays in the walkabout. That was
What's
a good
that?
time. It was
Mad
like they
Mondays.
used to have like wet t-shirt competitions
Yeah,
and shit
yeah.
in the walkabout and that, didn't they? And
remember
just play loads of games and then it'd end with a wet t-shirt competition.
that.
I was
Nelly's
born
everyone.
5 years too late, you
Yeah,
know.
far too late. Have you ever heard Eddie Fortune's bit about the sex club in Birkenhead?
Going and playing bingo.
Yeah, right. So we were in Macclesfield and he was delivering that joke and the bit about the nun, right? And as he's delivering it, there was this table in the front row, and it was there was a gay couple there and two lesbian couples with them, and this gay lad, this gay lad was getting dead excited when he was doing a bit about the nun and all that, and then like I was watching them going, he's getting really excited about this. And then like it ended and it went to the break. And the lad come up and got Eddie and was like, I'm the nun. It was a true story.
Shit.
He went, but me fella doesn't know that I do that. I was like, so let's just fucking keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, that is heavy. Eddie's face was a picture. Like,
No way.
he was talking about this fucking psycho sex nun and he was fucking sat there. I'm like,
Lad, that's nuts.
It is a mad gaff, like, but we're going to do a live show there.
In the
Talent
town.
show.
I'll
Yeah.
give you something to do on that. I'll have
Do
to
you know
set
that?
up
Well, yeah, I mean, just come and watch it if you want, like, because we're going to just see, because we mentioned it while we were there, and like one of the women was like, "Oh, I've sucked the most dicks in like a minute or something, wasn't it?"
Yeah.
What? How many?
It was like
Dick,
30 odd.
yeah, but hang on a minute.
She was just running around going,
That's average.
I was going to say, what's
0.5
sucking
seconds.
a dick though? Sucking a dick to
I think it was
climax?
just it
Or
was just
putting
putting
it
it
in
in
your
the
mouth.
mouth.
Put it in
Yeah.
your
Oh, that doesn't count.
That's
then.
rookie numbers, that thing.
What, you don't want to see that? You don't want to watch that?
I reckon I could beat that. Never mind,
in
watch
it though,
that.
I reckon
Well, sign
that's
up, you might win
numbers.
50 quid.
If you got, like, I wouldn't want it. If you got 50 people lying next to each other, I reckon I'd do all 50 and I'd
The
like
bus-
20
the thing
seconds.
also-
Make it
It
happen.
wouldn't be the
They're not
necessarily
lined up
putting
either.
the dick in and out your mouth. It'd be the going from man to man to
That's
man.
it. But they weren't even lined up though. You're thinking like that fella smashing watermelons with his head. It wasn't that. She had to like mooch around the house and find them as well. Like it was
So she
okay.
played hide and seek with them.
she was just running up to people going, "Put me, get your
Oh, I was
dick
thinking
out."
like in a line. I was
It
thinking,
was
if
like-
you kneel me down on a skateboard and someone's pushing me like that, I reckon I could do 50.
like a fucking camera on a film set.
Easy, mate.
Them through wide angle lens for the bigger fellas in there.
Yeah, there's going to be mad stuff, and they're like hoop
Yeah.
lad up the arse.
I want to see if anyone can squirt in like 30 seconds or some shit.
I'd be like, I'll help.
The drill door, apparently that's good for...
Oh yeah, is
A
that
what?
is that
It's a
like?
dildo on a drill.
On a drill.
and it,
It's fucking
That sounds
power,
like
that,
fun. If I was a female, I'd
Sounds
love that.
If
It
he
sounds-
was a
Probably feel
female.
better for you.
Yeah, probably would.
We got G spots up our bums.
That's what I'm
haven't we?
saying.
I mean,
Like-
I wouldn't know.
Wait, there. So
I mean, you know you've got it. You just don't know how good it feels yet.
Yeah, that's true.
In your asshole.
When I said yet, that wasn't like me. Like
Oh no,
Yeah, you know.
come here, I'll show you.
love a little bum fun.
So like the swingers, like how did that swingers club special even come about? Because that's a fucking great idea. You know, like when I seen you to do it, then I was like, shit. I
you
should've thought of
found it
I was gonna say, how
online.
did you
They
find it?
start following us or something because we've had a few porn stars on.
it was the Irish Bull, I think.
Oh yeah, we had a fella Irish porn star fella, and he was telling us that he used to. Because I don't know, we were just talking about orgies or some shit.
On flop?
I think so.
that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And he was like, oh yeah, there's a place in Birkenhead where you can go, and he was telling us about it. So it was through him, I think.
That's
And then we
hilarious,
messaged them
you know.
and we had to wait a little while because, as I say, there's only them one nights a month where you can film and that.
Yeah.
So we had to wait till January or whenever it was to do it. Otherwise, we would have done it earlier. But I say once we were in there and chatting to everyone and that, we were like, we should try and do a live show. Because
Yeah.
you have bands and shit on in there as well. Like it's
Imagine,
the fuck?
imagine
So
being the band, no lad.
yeah. No, but I mean, like I think on them nights, nothing really goes on.
Yeah.
It's just like literally just a band night. People have a bevy and that.
Yeah.
And use it as a venue. Do you get what I mean? I was like, do stand up in there as well. It'd be sick. Like stand up in your pants or something.
Yeah, you got to
Get a gig on in there, Dean.
Yeah.
I'll open. And then I've got the rest of the night to myself then.
It'd have to be something weird though. wouldn't it?
Do like a gong show, right? Where you'd have, them
A dong show.
a dong show, yeah.
You've got to wait the gong.
Stevie
them
Nicks
you
is just
dig,
there
you know.
like that.
them dissolvable shorts that people like trick the fellas and when they go in the swimming pool they
And if you
dissolve.
don't like 'em, you
And
just
yeah, you
start
water
squirting.
gun them to instead of a card. It's a water gun and you got to be bolloco and you're out. Isn't it?
That's funny that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Idea
Let's
there.
get that. Let's get that
we'll
on
make that
for
happen.
next week.
Yeah.
I'll make some calls.
Okay.
Who knows where I can get
we'll try and
dissolvable
work it.
shorts.
That's funny. That's just sitting there going, nah, shit you. You better get fully quick, lad.
Because your dick's about to be out.
Yeah. But yeah, we're doing a talent show there, so that'll be fun. Keep an eye out for
That'll
that.
be
'cause,
sick.
Don't know what's going to fucking happen
But
there.
it's just a dead nice venue, like the hot tub and that. It's great.
And
Like,
you
it's
can't
really
have
clean.
sex in the hot
Yeah.
tub.
I was
It's
gonna
the
say
best
that-
thing.
Yeah, I
Pool
was gonna say
mushrooms
we
everywhere
would,
because
yeah.
it's just going to be full of slime in it, like prison glue.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what prisoners do when they get pictures of the loved ones. They jizz and mix it with water and stick it on the wall. Allegedly.
I can
told you that?
I can imagine that'd work.
Prison pen
because
pal.
Yeah.
Stuck pictures
have
of
you
you
ever,
up
have you
around
ever,
the cell.
listen,
Yeah.
have you ever had a wank in the shower or in the
Yeah,
bath?
it's
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
awful.
mad.
It's
like
sticky.
it's like an octopus on you.
We
It's like
looked at
ectoplasm
this though,
everywhere, innit?
of
It's
why it
mad.
happens. Because the water dissolves a layer of it quicker than it dissolves the second bit.
Yeah.
So it dissolves a layer quick, and then
A
you're left
certain
with the
protein.
real
You-
sticky
left
bit.
with
You lose,
PVA
the,
glue.
you lose the membrane, yeah.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
like
yeah.
PVA glue in school when you used to paint your hand with it and then peel it off.
Yeah, that's what I do now, though, just with cum.
Cheers, yeah.
I wax with it.
He sits with cucumbers on his eyes,
Yeah,
cum on his face.
Oh, should we
Arts
tell
and
that?
crafts with the kids in it.
No. That's in the stand-up that I've wrote about getting
Yeah, we've spoke about it on ours, though, haven't we,
jizzed
anyway?
all over my face.
Right, I'm going to tell you. Listen, let me
Go
tell
ahead
you
then,
something.
you go first.
This is a story that I got told today
Okay.
by a friend of mine.
I thought you were
right?
singing
So
the
it's about
Fresh
you then.
Prince theme tune.
Yeah, so this is about Gary.
So there's a friend of mine came to Hot Water last night with his missus, so we had a drink afterwards and all that.
Do we know them?
Name's Harry.
No,
Harry
no.
Guyland.
No. And he phoned me. He phoned me today and was like, had a bit of drama this morning. I went, why? He went, oh, fucking, we were having sex this morning. He went, we do this thing when we have sex. He went, when we've finished having sex, he went, she lies down on the bed. I squat over her, put my dick in her mouth, and then like I get a wand and like play on her clit, and then we both come again. He went
Again?
yeah.
Again?
He went, but as I was coming, he went like he shoots quite a bit. He said he went, so I'm like we're on top and tails. He went, and as I'm coming, I just started squeezing farts out in her face. He went the first 1, 2. He went, oh, I'm sorry, and she laughed. And then he went, and then like 5 come out, and he's going, I can't help it, I'm sorry. And then when she finished, he went, she turned
Imagine being
around.
sat underneath that dog with a dick.
And coming as well.
He said, well, that's
Don't
it.
forget about coming.
Because she was trying to evade the fart, right? When she finished, he went, normally she contains it all in the grid. He went and looked at her, and it was all on her face and her tits, and she went, I'm full of your jizz, and my fucking eyes are full of your winnet, you dickhead. How funny is that?
That's hilarious, that.
He told me that at 9 o'clock this morning. It was a great wake-up call.
That's so funny, that.
I seen a video the other day. I can't even remember where I seen it. It was this bird, and she was like, this is how I wake my boyfriend up every Sunday.
Oh,
And
it was
Porn
last
up.
week with Chris.
it was with Chris.
Yeah,
Chris showed
yeah.
us it. You don't know Chris. I was
like, yeah, Chris, yeah.
Like,
He showed
this
me as
bird,
well.
like, oh, yeah, this is how I felt every Sunday, and she just stands over him and starts fingering herself until she squirts in his face, and he's fast. The kid just goes.
That is what you do, though.
That's the
isn't it?
only way to
That's
respond to
exactly
that.
what you do. You go, what the fuck?
Imagine going. I was a kid.
Yeah.
Listen, get off.
Yeah, nah.
Rape that though. Is it though?
It is.
Well, if it is, then I wouldn't snitch.
I don't know if it is.
I got called a rapist for making him put his balls in soy sauce. People said
A
I was
rapist?
a rapist, yeah.
Yeah, but
Really?
you didn't. I've seen that clip. You didn't make him do it. Like you were willing to.
Oh,
do
she
it.
made me do
Coerced
it.
him. He really
Oh,
didn't
she
want to
made
do
me.
it.
Wait, explain this. So what was the why?
Amy's seen a video.
I seen a video that said testicles have taste buds, and I just so
She hasn't got testicles, so
Do you just
I was
put it
next
in
in
stuff
line.
and go, ooh, yeah, coconut.
Yeah.
Something else. Ooh, yeah, spice
Because
that.
she's of Asian persuasion, she thought she'd get soy sauce out.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
brought a tub of soy sauce, and I just, in the name of science, I was
In the
like, you
name
have
of
to get your testicles out.
Could you taste it though?
No.
No.
That's a disappointing experiment.
Yeah.
though.
I know.
Is it one of them
Did you
things that you've
reckon
got
We
to
went viral with that, though. That was our
Yeah,
In
first.
That's
science,
soy
though,
sauce.
do you reckon you've got to repeat any experiment 3 times? to
Yeah.
get
We've done it
conclusive
twice.
result?
We done it on the Patreon. We done a second one where we had multiple foods.
So you
and I had to
Yeah.
So
feel
could you
through
see-
texture.
Made him put his testicles in like sprouts and all sorts.
Could you see your sack on camera?
No, it was
Ah.
behind Sean de Paul. A picture of Sean de Paul.
Sean de Paul.
Yeah.
Sean a ball.
You know, Sean de Paul calls himself that because a cricket player.
Yeah, yeah.
Mad that, innit?
Yeah, I seen
That's
that.
the
video.
ones.
I reckon we have a word from another sponsor. Matty, what sponsor we got, lad?
We have Manscaped. Using WHP20 at checkout gets you 20% off all orders with free shipping. Now, what sort of products did you do, Gary?
All sorts of they've got loads of products, lad. Got the Lawnmower 4.0, fantastic razor, right? Helps reduce nicks on the ball bag. It's waterproof. It's got a light on it. You can get in all your crevices under your big fat Ned Kelly and everything. And shave, it's sound. They've also got the Weed Whacker, which Danny loves. It's a personal favourite for Danny. The Weed Whacker. You get right up your fucking nose like that. Zzz. It made me come the other day, you know. I was on the Weed Whacker and I was pure like, I got like population paste dribbling out of my foreskin and everything. Lad, it's such a nice sensation, you know. And you know what? While I had all population paste everywhere, I gave it a little clean and I got the crop preserver and the crop preserver out, lad, and fucking freshened it up. It was beautiful. What else did you offer, lad?
And you also have the Beard Hedger Pro with titanium.
Beard? You said beard. The Beard Hedger
The new product, the beard range that they're doing. It's got titanium blades and it also comes with oils and balms. So get in touch.
Get in touch.
WHP20 at checkout.
At manscaped.com, bitches.
Yeah, that's the things
Indian.
these balls have been in.
Yeah.
So some of your like,
My balls in. I don't know.
some of your clips that I've seen, some of them, most of them are fairly normal, but there is the odd
I
one.
don't know. I think most of them are fairly weird, aren't they? And then
I
there's the
mean-
odd ones normal.
Normal.
No. Just before we go off Dean's balls,
Okay.
Dean's got really big balls.
Get your balls out.
I'm not getting my balls. Not on this
Got
one.
proper
I'm not,
schwangers.
don't rape me into putting my balls out again.
No, get your balls out. Can you get the soy sauce?
They
Okay,
fall out
I'll
his
show you in the
boxes,
break.
yeah.
Massive.
Fall
Like
out your
some big
boobs, yeah?
balls. Big balls like long, dangly balls or big swollen
Or actual
balls.
big balls.
They're not massive. Not like this.
But they're like long
That's stupid.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
Like
pretty big.
Jackass, like the
yeah,
granddad
do you
on
know what? I
Jackass.
can see
Maybe
that.
not
You've
that
got
long,
that look in
but maybe at that age.
You've got,
Probably.
you've got that like long balls look in your eyes now, you know.
That's what they say about me.
That's
Look
your
at his
pirate
eyes.
name.
Got that long balls. Look at my eyes.
That's his pirate name.
Yeah.
Long
I am-
balls, look at his eyes.
I do the same from pirates, you know.
How tight did they go in the winter? Did they go right up?
Sometimes they go back in.
Because mine go
That's
wet,
weird
like, mine go
sometimes.
missing in the winter, like to get off.
It fluctuates, doesn't it? Sometimes but the thing is, I don't know they're out. That was the embarrassing thing.
Oh, yeah. No.
I
It's the
got
best.
I got out of bed and she's pissing herself out, and I'm like, "What are you laughing at?" Just stood with me
Getting all
bollocks out.
arsey.
You need to show me a picture.
What? Of what?
And you got your balls out when you're supposed
Right. So.
Did you not know you had your balls out?
Oh, no, I
No,
was
no,
totally
no,
aware
no,
what I was
no,
doing.
no, yeah.
So, one of our mates, right, you've been on the podcast actually, Joe.
Joe.
You all know Joe.
Yeah.
He's like, if we go out and have a drink anywhere, it doesn't matter whether we're in one of the lads' houses, we're in a pub, we're in a club, doesn't matter where we are. He'll have like 3 drinks and then go, boys, we need a picture. Like, he's horrible. He's like, let's get a picture. It's like, Joe, go away, lad. And there was one
we
day,
need a
he's got
picture.
like, because he does like DJing and that, he's got like
Yeah.
a little studio built in his. I'm not going to glorify it actually. He didn't build it for a studio. He essentially lives in it.
Yeah.
But he's got it set up dead sick. It's like a studio, it's all soundproof. It's got a PC in there. Like you could live a happy life in there, right?
And he does.
And he does. He does. I sometimes call it a studio because I feel like he's got a tent in his garden that he lives in. But it is. But anyway, so we're in there.
Sounds like you're jealous of his studio, to be honest.
I'm not asked. I've got a garage. But yeah, so we're gonna keep me bike. But yeah, so we were all in there. What were we there for?
We were watching the UFC.
That was it.
Right.
But the UFC doesn't start like 1 a.m. So by the time like midnight had rolled around, we were
So
all
many pictures
fucked
been
anyway.
taken by Joe.
And Joe's been what he started doing to try and trick us all into getting a picture, he'd just be standing his phone up on a timer because we all kept saying no and then going, let's see them. And in the end I went, yeah, come here boys, let's all get a picture. So as Joe was setting his phone, I was like, I'm going to get my balls out. So it might have been these pants that I had on, you know. Unzip, just me balls, no dick. I'm not a monster. And I had my balls out.
It's illegal if the dick's out, I think.
Of course,
The balls are out,
it's
if
just
it's fair
balls.
play. Yeah.
Like, you can do it in parks.
Yeah.
So I'm stood in the middle of this picture. I was like, hey, balls out. He's looking at them. Hasn't noticed.
Love it.
We're all creasing.
We're all key. So like, we were trying to subtly let him know, going, because he put it. Like,
You sure you want to
sorry,
post that one, lad?
He put it on his
Yeah.
Instagram story, and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
Joe, that's ballsy, that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we started just saying it because he was fucked, so he wasn't clocking it. And I was going, hey, Joe, that's proper balls out in the picture doing that, you know.
Yeah.
And he wasn't getting on
Joe,
to
there's
me.
my balls are out in the picture, Joe.
Literally what we were doing, and
I
it was
was
loads of
looking
them.
at it going, hey, my balls. And I was going, I know, it's a sick picture. That. So I just thought, you know what, I'd fuck you then.
Yeah.
So we've left it. And then the next day, he sends them all into the group chat and goes, hey, there's them in case any of you want them for your Insta. I went on his Instagram, it's still on his story. And I was
That's
like,
so
this
funny,
dickhead doesn't know.
It's getting
So I,
banned on that.
so I had to send it to the, everyone to the group chat laughing their head off. So I had to be like, look, Joe, look at me ball area on that picture.
Yeah.
And he was like, lad, you fucking dickhead. That's been on my story for 14 hours. My sister, my mum, my auntie have all seen
That's
that.
funny, that.
And like, but to this day, though, every time he has a baby, he goes, still remember that time you got your balls out with your Instagram?
Let's get another one.
Get the dick out.
I used to know a lad, and he used to do this thing in shops, and he'd go in and he'd buy stuff. He'd buy something, and then the woman would go like, oh, £10, 20 or whatever. And he'd go, oh, yeah. And he'd go, just take balls. And he'd just pull his balls out of his pocket. He'd go, just take balls. And he'd just go, get out. And he'd be like, see you later. That was mad. And he'd just be stood behind him in the shop going, can I get these as well? I do want to actually buy something here, you know, like.
You take balls, because I forgot my card.
But you reminded me there the
He's
other day
paying.
when he
So
said about
funny.
putting his phone on the thing and like stepping away from it. Nah, I was walking around ours and was having a joint, right, and I seen, do you know, like them electric boxes?
Yeah.
That they're just all around the streets and that, aren't they? Seen a fella putting something on one of them and then like slowly walking backwards. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I went, he must just be fucking filming a TikTok or some shit like that. And then, but in my head, I was like, I'd be mad if it was just like a fucking bird of prey. And that carried on walking. The next thing he goes, this fucking, what I thought was his phone, fucking flies off this box, flies towards him, lands on his arm. This is like 7 o'clock at night. He's just feeding this hawk in the middle of St. Helens. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
And you thought it was his phone?
At first, yeah.
Who'd you get your weed off? You have his number?
Green Angel.
Green Angel,
Green
yeah, shout
Angel,
out.
shout out.
No, but
yeah,
I was down the road though, so like he was down here and I was walking down the street getting closer to him. I seen him put something on it and was just like walking away backwards, so I was like, he must be filming
And it was
himself.
night time as well.
And then the fucking phone flew.
Big phone
and I
up
was
on
like, Jesus Christ. And then I didn't know what to say to him. Like I walked past him, I was like, didn't want to make eye contact with him.
I don't think you say that anyone who carries a bird of prey around offering side quest that you don't want to do. You know?
I just called him a sick kid and kept walking. I was like, you're a sick kid, you see you later.
In Ireland, where our David lives, a lot of them all have little fucking bird of prey as pets and all that, right? And I'm sure our David's mate, his real name's Derek, but he's called Cock because he's got a massive cock, right? And apparently,
That's good.
Very subtle.
he trained his fucking hawk or whatever he had, right? To hunt, yeah, that should have, to hunt.
That'd be so
and
funny.
come back to him while he's driving his car. So he'd be driving like down the motorway, right, at 70, open his window, his little hawk would just shoot off, right, go and grab like a fucking rabbit or something, and come back to his car and land on his arm and on the side of the car and come
That's
back in.
That's one of the
I-
coolest things any man's ever done. Like,
Yeah.
you know, man, just get out the car when their hawk lands back in the car.
Imagine you
window
being
just
paying
goes
attention.
Like an
up.
Old Spice advert.
It's like a GP whiskey advert. So
Terry Crews done that as an Old Spice advert, you'd be like, fuck off, it's stupid that.
I used to live in Ireland and I didn't know anyone who had hawks or
Whereabouts?
that. Roscommon and Leitrim.
Oh, really?
And I had a llama though.
A llama.
Yeah.
It was
I had a
racist.
llama. It was gay and racist.
You had a llama?
Yeah.
Gaysist.
Racist,
Well,
yeah.
so like, I'm not
He-
familiar with llama
was-
etiquette, but how do you determine if you have a racist or gay llama?
Um,
Especially both.
Depends who it spits at.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, they big spitters, are they?
yeah. So he
Amateurs.
just hated Mexicans.
Was there many Mexicans
Yeah,
in
there
Ireland?
was.
That's the most surprising bit of the story, I think.
Yeah.
Not like you had a racist llama. The fact that there was Mexican people in
Yeah,
Ireland.
no,
you know,
yeah.
Common, but
There
he
was-
hated Mexicans.
There was like 3 families and
Try and give him a tortilla.
we knew all of them.
hate
But yeah,
them.
he spit and he hated fat kids as well.
That's fair, I
He'd
can see that.
charge at fat kids.
He's just making them
Yeah, 'cause
exercise.
you
He
You know,
sounds
they're
like a
the
good
ones
llama.
who can't get away.
Yeah.
They
Me
fuck them.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
mate had a racist pit bull, like, and he'd been clocked walking his pit bull, and the busies had like watched them go home, I think, or neighbours had reported or something.
Gross.
So the busies come round to knock, right, and 2 black busies turned up, and the dog was just going insane. And they were like, "See, it's a dangerous dog," and he was going, "It's not. It's just racist."
That's so funny.
He was
Imagine
trying
that.
to explain it.
They genuinely
He
explain
was
that
like,
though. Like,
he was
look,
like, "Listen,
if you two were white, he'd
Yeah,
love
he'd be
you so.
fine.
the story behind this dog being racist, I'm sure this is the story. I'm sure he got the dog when it was like a puppy from someone, and it had been beaten, and its owner was black. It had been beaten to, like, not to death, but nearly to death. So the dog was scarred. Like, do you know what I mean?
We had a parrot that was racist,
Yeah.
but we didn't teach it to be racist though. I'm about to make that very clear because parrots copy things you say.
No, I was going to say,
And it said the M word very frequently.
Really?
Oh yeah, like so it was.
Oh.
I was only a kid.
Did it say with
Was
a
it an
hard R?
African? Was it an African grey? Because
Ironically enough, it was an African grey as well.
I think he's allowed to say it.
He gets the hall pass.
Yeah. As long as you don't say it, it's fine. Don't.
As long as you don't say it back.
That's just like when every rapper fucking drops it in a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, he didn't have any bars though. Apart from on its cage.
Hey!
I'm here for the next hour. But yeah, no. But like this parrot, so basically, like me mum, because my mum's always worked in vets. We've always had like mad pets. Like, we had 2 like we had to get rid of this parrot that was like racist and hated women back in the day when I was a kid.
Hated women.
No. Listen, right, like,
so
lovely
funny.
fella, but he didn't like black people.
Yeah.
He didn't like women. And we got him off someone who my dad's mate knew who worked on the docks. He'd split up from his wife, couldn't afford, because parrots, the upkeep on them can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford the upkeep, so thought, rather than neglect it, I'll get rid of it. So my dad said to his mate, we'll do us a favour, we're on our way back home, we've been out some miles away. He's like, pick it up for us. He's like, you've got the spare key for ours. He's like, pick it up, go and put it in ours, we'll be home in like an hour. So we've got home, my dad's mate sitting in the living room. My mum tells this story every time she has a bevy, that's why I know it so fucking well. And my mum was like, where's the parrot? He's like, it's in its cage in the bathroom. And she was like, well, why is it in the bathroom? He's like, you go upstairs and open that parrot and open the door to the parrot and say hello, his name is Joey. She went upstairs and opened the door and went, hey Joey, and it was like, fuck off, you little slag and all shit.
That's
like that.
so funny.
My mum was like, what the fuck? The fella who we got it off, because he got divorced from his wife, every time a woman would come on the telly or a woman would walk past, he'd be like, to the parrot going, little slag.
He's a danger, that fella, though.
Yeah, giving it all that. But I had chicken pox one time. Like, really
you want to say you
bad.
had chickens then?
No.
They were racist too.
I had chicken pox. No, they were lovely. I had chicken pox one time, and it was that bad. The doctor had to come to the house, and the doctor was an African doctor, and he went over and be like, "Oh, an African
grey doctor."
Like,
no, he was black. So he used to come in and he'd be like, "Oh, an African grey." He was made up. He went over to the cage, and be like, "Hello," and the parrot just went and just said it hard at the doctor, and the doctors looked at me mum and dad, and they were like, we need to tell you the story about how we got this parrot. They were like, have a seat. And he was like, I'm going to leave immediately.
Oh yeah, it does look bad on you straight away, doesn't it, when the parrot just
hated women now. And I mean, like this parrot, I was only about 5 and I've got vivid memories of this parrot. It was genuinely with intent.
I thought Danny was a woman.
Evil. No, listen, it was with intent, very evil. Like me dad's mate who brought us this little demon come round with his bird one night. They were just having like, I've just come round to see my mum and dad, and his bird was sat on the floor with the dog. She had a hot cup of coffee
next to her. We're talking about parrots or women now? What's going on?
Oh, okay, so my dad's mate's girlfriend was on the floor sitting next to the dog.
Okay, so I didn't know what bird was what and what sat where. Go on. Go on.
So the parrot, she's had a hot cup of coffee next to her.
The parrot's like that on a fucking double espresso.
You little slag. Where's that sock to get him back in here? Got some harsh words for him.
London fucking Super Kings like that.
She's been sitting there with a cup of coffee next to her, boiling hot cup of coffee. The parrot's walked over to her and she's been a bit like on edge because it used to bite women and that. Yeah. And it's in its little claw, picked the coffee up and just tipped it and went and ran away.
Oh, that's so funny when
on
they
my
run.
mother's life, this parrot
so funny,
was a demon, lad.
Yeah.
It had
swelled it, yeah.
I love the way it's got all
this.
this front as if you couldn't just volley it and just kill
Lad,
it like straight away.
I tried to feed it once and it bit a chunk on my finger.
Lad,
That's why I've got that scar on my finger. This is
Adam
the
Hey,
Chip.
Bobby.
Yeah.
finger.
This is the lad who reckons he can fucking take an Alsatian in a cage.
I know.
innit?
I was 5.
So Danny asked
Lad,
the
you could
question.
not take an
Right,
Alsatian.
I'm going to ask you the same question, right? Because I can look after myself. I've got a German Shepherd. I know if I had to, not that I want to, but if I had to and that dog tried to kill me,
Lad.
I could murder that dog.
In it though.
It's a wolf.
We tried to...
It's not a wolf.
No,
Yes, it is.
Hey, we tried to clip a sausage
do is
dog's
go,
nails
sit.
yesterday. And I could not restrain it.
I reckon I could kill your dog.
Oh, I might be able to choke it,
Yeah.
but I couldn't restrain it to clip its nails. I don't think you could restrain your
them
German
dogs are
Shepherd.
little, they're wriggly.
That's what I mean.
They're going to get out.
Yeah.
German Shepherds are long enough that if you get hold of a limb, you can keep it.
And you reckon you'd be happy just
It's got some
getting a limb
mouthful
while
of
it's biting your
Yeah.
neck?
Fucking arm over its neck.
But what happens as soon as it bites you and you go, oh my God, that feels awful?
Jab a thumb in the eye.
You
know,
lose
but
all,
they-
lad,
they
you
don't
lose all
care, though.
inhibitions and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, they don't
Speak,
care.
lad, speak for yourself.
So
You'd
the
be
question he
wounded.
asked was,
What do you reckon?
Can we arrange this?
Yeah.
You first
Let's
dog.
get it on.
Legal
only if it's
patron
in-
special.
only if
Yeah.
it's in
Yeah,
town
we'll do
house.
dog fighting.
Let's
In
get it on. As long
town
as I can
house,
shag the dog in the town house afterwards. On
right,
Milf
that's what
Mondays,
you
then
want
you
to
got me. That's my
But if you lose, the dog has to shag you.
deal.
Okay.
Is the
there we
dog
go.
also a MILF?
It's your dog. I don't know.
Okay, I'll take it. His
Is it?
dick, listen, my dog's dick is fucking huge, you know. I'm not
it?
messing with you. Like,
How'd you know that?
Because he gets it out all the time.
Yeah.
As soon as you start playing fetch with them, dick's out. And
No,
it's
when-
like, how much are you enjoying fetch?
So my dog's dicks when we were in the studio the other day. Carl's dog's dick looks like the Grinch's fingers, doesn't it?
Oh, it's
Mazda.
disgusting.
It's
I've
horrible,
told
isn't
him
it?
to trim them pubes
Yeah.
and he won't listen
Yeah.
to
He's
me.
got the hairiest
But no,
bell end
right,
ever.
so back to the question anyway, right? Let's say, Dean, you watch the UFC, you're familiar with how it works. You're locked in a cage, right?
I have to pick the animal.
No, but
Okay.
what do you think, realistically, is the biggest animal you could be locked in a cage and fight to the death with and win before you think
You're too big.
it could overpower me if it really tried. You reckon you could have a moose?
Yeah, we went big.
No,
we went
no,
because we went mooses and massive, right? You could just like fucking start jabbing
Just
at
stop
everything.
I just
people.
thought...
Yeah,
you
they kill-
wouldn't feel you jab
I know.
You did break your hand and
They
it
kill a
go.
lot
I
of
was
people.
just, I was just thinking like mobility, like I could
It's in a cage. It's
fucking
stuck.
swing
It's going
round it,
nowhere.
and it'd take him half an
Bite
hour
its
to
dick.
Yeah,
turn
but it
around,
takes that
maybe.
it takes
Like
that
Kobayashi.
moose one window
Yeah,
of
but
opportunity
it-
and
but-
you're dead. Whereas you need
Yeah.
30 to 40 minutes of solid, without breaking your hand either, punching it in the soft
Yeah,
spot.
you're not like strangling it.
If
or
you
nothing.
had an angry German Shepherd in front of you and it was like, fight, that dog's coming at you and you've got no
Your
chance.
jugular's
Lad, you'd have a
chance
nightmare
everywhere.
there,
I've
you
got
know.
great takedown defense.
It's not takedown though, is it? It's coming
But
to
it's coming
bite
in
you-
low at the
bite
hips.
your arm or something.
Coming in low, sprawl the hips out.
It
Get
doesn't matter
Okay.
where you go, it's still biting somewhere.
Yeah.
You're going to go, and then it's go, and you're gone.
Listen,
I honestly
reckon
like.
could take a German Shepherd.
I think I'd struggle with a lot of dogs.
I'm going to
It'd have to be
go
a little
whale
dog.
because it can't breathe, so I've won.
Yeah.
It's just going.
I don't think it'd
I'm
fit in
sitting
the...
on the edge of the cage going,
I
yes.
don't think it'd fit in the octagon, like, but...
We'll go narwhal, small whale.
Or a shark. Throw a shark.
Well,
in
no,
there.
like if we're speaking, no, like,
That's what's a
okay,
shark.
an animal that could actually defend itself and breathe.
I mean, honestly, you're looking like dogs, and then anything above that, I'm like, oh, I don't know. The sheep.
Oh, yeah.
Probably just ragged sheep.
But what you've got to
everywhere.
bear in mind, though, is no matter what animal that's in this situation, it's going to be charged up to fight also. So that sheep that runs at you. What's your next move?
Listen,
if it's
nah.
sheep?
You ever watch Shaun the Sheep? Scary that.
I have been headbutted by a sheep because I had, right, they love Weetabix.
There's that intro.
We've fed loads of sheep
Yeah, we
Weetabix,
have,
haven't we?
yeah.
We have, yeah, in Australia.
Wheat-bix, though they call them in Australia.
And what was you just going out with Weetabix, just feeding sheep, just hoping that...
No,
Do
we
you
went
want sugar and
somewhere.
honey on these, lad, or are you giving it a miss?
Semi-skim milk.
We went somewhere that had
Berries in the
a lot
bowl
of-
and everything.
A lot of animals.
Yeah.
And then-
And yeah, and the dead cheeky. You
The
just got proper like headbutt.
Have you seen the video of the
Yeah.
fella?
On the
who-
bike?
Yeah, no, the fella who like works in like a fucking farm or something.
Oh.
And there's one sheep who just hates him. And every day it's just charging him and everything.
Yeah, see, that'd be a problem, wouldn't it? That's the problem with animals. I think because, like, especially with sheeps and that, like the brains don't like rattle about
Sheeps.
as much
Sheep,
as
yeah, plural.
So do fucking
It's singular and
That's
plural.
it, innit?
Sheep is singular
it's
and
either,
plural.
isn't it?
No, sheep.
Oh, is it just
doesn't-
sheep?
Yeah.
Sheep
No.
is singular and plural.
When I was a kid, I thought sheep was the plural and shap was singular.
Shap.
Hey, little chap.
Till I was
Shum shap.
till I was like 7, and a teacher corrected me. My mum and dad let that run for like 7 years. And I was
Shapiro
like,
O'Neil.
what's that? And I was like,
My,
a shap.
That's not the worst thing your mum and dad let run. A fucking racist fucking African grey.
No, we
My
got
mum-
rid of it.
my mum told me that broccoli and cauliflower was the same thing, but one was ripe. the broccoli
Turns
was ripe.
green or whatever
Yeah.
as it gets older.
That's logical though.
Yeah.
It's not.
Is it?
It's a lie.
It's not.
But yeah, I reckon. Like,
Could it be though?
I think it'd be hard to even just stun a decent sized animal by
Nah.
punching it. I
Need
think
to
it'd
get
me more than it
I've
is
seen
that
someone
big.
break their hand
They're
on a
just
cow's
they're
face.
just tough though. Like
Cows are
animals are just
fucking
tougher
massive.
than.
Cows, more people die from a cow than a shark each year, don't they? Because
It
Yeah,
is-
because
yeah,
we're
yeah,
because
yeah,
we're
yeah,
land dwelling.
we were
I
walking
see
through
them
a
on
field.
Parks and Farm the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
day, you know.
We were walking through a field and
Great
this kid just
program,
went,
that's
he went, I'm gonna punch that cow. And I was like, don't lad. And he ran up and he fucking punched the cow dead hard and broke his hand.
And the cow probably didn't even.
The cow just
Yeah.
went that.
That's what I mean. So it's like small dogs. Maybe like
Not a Jack Russell, because they're fucking hard.
They just
I would
hang
have
off
a
your long
volley one of
balls.
them
That's
out
the
of the
thing. A
office.
lot.
Yeah. Hang off your long
If that
bollocks.
runs at me, I just go fuck off right over.
Speedballing on Dean's onion bag like
I
that.
don't know if anyone's ever won a cage fight by kicking their opponent out of the cage. But I might be the
You get your
first.
foot under it and just scoop.
Oh, hey, fucking Kurt Zuma over there just volleying cats with small dogs.
Yeah, do
But no,
that.
yeah, like, name your opponent though. What do you reckon it would be? What do you reckon would be the largest animal you could take to a
Do I have to win? Or can
Well,
I just
If you
fight
don't, you
it?
die.
well? So like,
A gazelle.
Fight to the death.
so it's a fight to the death. At what point do you think you go? I could beat that. I could beat that. I could beat that. I could beat that. No, I
Honestly,
couldn't beat
not much after dogs.
How big's a sloth?
A sloth, I was just about to say, yeah.
that. You've got big claws though.
Yeah, but
they're
they can't
fucking
move.
like that.
Shit mobility.
True.
Yeah.
True.
If you get caught by a
Um,
sloth, you're a fool.
Koala,
No,
wombat.
see,
one bite and you've got chlamydia.
my school.
That's fine. I've already got it.
Oh, they got it.
Koalas have
You think
chlamydia.
he's gonna get
Yeah,
to?
it's a
Oh, when we were in college, we
I shouldn't have been shagging all them koalas.
that was what I'm saying. In college, we asked the question, what animal would you sleep with if you had to sleep with an animal? And I was like, well, a koala.
Oh, this is a question I can get involved in.
I've asked this on here.
Well bigger than a dog this time.
I've asked this question on here. I'd shag a dolphin.
You'd
Their
shag a dolphin.
vaginas
They're the only
look
other mammals that have
human,
sex.
like.
They're the only other mammal.
Show me.
Okay.
They're the only other...
I
Danny,
haven't even seen it.
dolphins are the only other fucking being on the earth
shag
that have
for
sex
pleasure,
for
innit?
pleasure, yeah.
Hey, so you both have
Like-
a lovely
like-
time.
While he's looking for a dolphin,
I think there might be a monkey that does it as well. Sorry.
No context.
But I went to a safari park when I was a kid and there was a monkey on the car wanking him on the car.
Yeah.
Weird.
I love that, don't they?
Monkey cum.
Talking about Weetabix dead quick while he's looking for a photo, right? We were in Colomendy when we were kids, and this girl was... What is it when you're intolerant and you can't have milk? Lactose, is it?
Lactose, yeah.
She was lactose intolerant, and the teacher just went... She went, what am I meant to have for breakfast, miss? And she just poured water on a Weetabix and given it.
Oh, that's
Just still water on a Weetabix.
that's like wallpaper paste or
Ah,
something,
that's
isn't
that
it?
now.
Let me go like that
Prison glue.
first,
Yeah.
and then I'll zoom in.
When we went shark diving and we was out on the boat like 3 hours out to sea, and they was like, oh, we've prepared, because we were vegan at the time, we prepared you a vegan meal, and it was
Iceberg lettuce.
it was dry bread with a tomato on it. And we was out 3 hours out in sea.
Are you ready
That's
for
got a
this?
nicer vagina than
Dolphin's
some
vagina.
female humans.
3 pints.
Lad,
Breath of fresh air.
listen, a glass of water and a strong will. Like, that's got a nicer fanny
Dolphins,
than the most.
dolphins are they're mad, aren't they? Like they fucking always try and rape and all that. It's
Yeah.
weird. And
Yeah.
there was the fella who had a dolphin, and he used to take acid and get in a sensory deprivation tank and try and
with the
communicate with the dolphin. And his, I don't know if it was Mrs. or just his assistant, had to like wank the dolphin off like every day or something, just because it was getting like dead rowdy and that, and it was
Restless,
to keep it calm.
He used to get in the sensory.
He used to get into a
with the
sensory
dolphin.
deprivation tank, and then the dolphin would be in a tank next to him, and he'd take acid and try and fucking
Talk to
communicate
him.
with it.
Yeah.
I think if you're in a sensory deprivation tank with acid, I think you can talk to anything and anyone.
That's it. That's what he was trying to
You know
do.
what I mean?
I think he was
It
trying
doesn't
to
matter.
genuinely like
He was
talk to it.
communicating with Tupac and Hitler.
Yeah.
Dolphins get a bit rapey, do they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Dolphins'
Lot of animals
penises are also prehensile.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
grab. They can pick
Yeah.
things up.
Grab.
Like
So
teeth.
it's like a gypsy.
Not
It
with
grabs
teeth.
you. everyone
Literally
let
like
go.
pricking the Pringles out the tube.
Get a dolphin. Get a dolphin's dick.
Yeah,
Get a
yeah.
dolphin's dick.
Nah, but yeah, I like if you had to shag one animal,
Fucking
only
hell.
once. And obviously, Amy,
Um,
what animal would you want to be
But
shagged
what
by?
type-
That's a very
but
different
what-
question. I feel
what-
like there's more logistics to that.
But
But
what type of sex is it? Is it like passionate where you want to cuddle like a panda bear
Look,
or
you
something?
can be
or
passionate.
is it like ruthless and like I just want to fuck you and get off? Like,
whatever you want.
like a gazelle's quite ladylike, innit?
Like that monkey shagging a toad's mouth.
Oh yeah, that's heavy. That
I
innit?
sad,
go
innit?
for the gazelle, you know.
A gazelle's
What's-
quite like feminine.
What's
innit?
the beast from Beauty and the Beast?
Real animals.
Think
Though.
it's
I
own
think
thing.
for that one.
I think he's a middle-aged woman from Birkenhead. I don't know.
He's there on MILF Mondays. Isn't
I don't know. It's hard to say which animal I'd shag, to be honest.
You've got to have one.
So what yours is a dolphin?
I'm going with a dolphin just because it's vagina.
I've
looks-
sway-
But are you in?
I don't know
but
what
with
I
the
haven't seen
dolphin-
enough animal vaginas.
With the dolphin, are you in your bed or in that habitat? In
Wherever the dolphin wants me to be.
Just
one
wants
for
to
one,
shag a
innit?
dolphin.
I'll be there.
Self-lubricant.
Might go sea fishing one
on
day.
that seabed.
Try and catch a dolphin.
What's
I
the
don't know.
dolphin
I don't
movie?
have one, to be fair. I
Echo
went
was
with a
it?
dolphin last time.
Echo was
but
a game.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
probably
was
stick
it?
with a
No,
dolphin.
that game.
Yeah, because you
'cause I
didn't
was
know, and I
I
showed
don't
him a
know
dolphin vagina, and he was all over the
I was on
dolphin.
board.
What about no comment?
Oh.
I mean, you can if you
I
want.
know, yeah. I'm not the
But-
police.
That makes me think that you had an animal in mind.
Chimpanzee.
Really? I think they're ugly as fuck, mate.
They're dangerous though, aren't they? Bite your dick and everything.
Yeah, but I'd treat it right.
Is it about the danger?
I bring a bunch of bananas.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
I know how
sex,
to
innit?
work with chimpanzee, mate. So.
You don't have to worry about me with,
Yeah.
with the chimpanzee. I'll get something going.
Sort of.
If you're a female, you could just like jab a snake up your underclass, couldn't you? Just like put it in. I'd be like
Yeah.
one of them little,
Not hard,
like
not
one of them
hard.
things, you know, when you open the can, the big
They're
snake
not
pops out.
They're not stiff though, are they? Snakes.
You could get like a bit of bamboo shoot and lassie bands and just make it
Oh,
snake.
speaking of that,
Do
right?
that.
I don't know if anyone's
Like a
seen the.
sunflower
I
that's
don't
slim.
know if anyone's seen
Make
the
it
video.
swallow a cucumber.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's seen the video doing the rounds on WhatsApp, or I might have even. I mean, I haven't got it.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. There was a video going around of an Australian couple on a boat. Don't know if you've seen it. Not seen it. No?
I don't know. I need to
Okay.
hear the rest of this.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I've seen a video of Australian people on a boat before. I just don't know where yours is going to go.
Well, I'll explain. So one of the woman legs akimbo while the fella's jabbing a trout up her.
Trout.
Yeah, a trout.
I've-
Oh, yeah.
Led Zeppelin done that, you know.
Why?
just wild and back in the day.
I've
Do you know
I've
what,
seen
though?
a fella with a frozen mackerel putting it up someone.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, this video
All
that's
sorts
been
though, innit?
flying round, which I haven't got, by the way. The Australian police have turned around and said anyone caught with the video will be doing jail time because the fish is still alive.
That's the thing, though, right?
Is that worse though?
Because it's the fish.
Ain't it
The
though?
fish is, if
'Cause
it's
if it
alive,
was
it's
dead-
plating it and she's getting penetrated.
No, because if it was dead,
If it was
that's
dead-
necrophilia.
Yeah, you've murdered the fish and then shoved it in a vagina. But at least this time the
Is it
fish goes
Fred
back in the
Westy?
scene. He's like, fucking hell, lads. You never believe me, yeah? Fucking
There's a
hell.
whole new world up there.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah, it's not like us.
fish like that, am I inside myself?
Just dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dying to find another hook. Just like, fucking, let's get out
That's
here
the
again.
thing, though. Like,
Very nice. £1 fish.
like some females very open-minded sexually. I've never met a female who's open-minded enough for me to go, oh, I'm coming fishing, by the way, you're coming. First of all, couldn't even convince a bird to come fishing in the first place. Secondly, imagine I caught like a carp and I was like, I reckon that could fit in you.
I mean,
Let's
yeah,
have a
the fish depends, doesn't it? You can't, like, carps are quite big.
Yeah.
Little
Made a
trout.
carp.
I've
should have
said
been
trout. I
slimmer.
bet you're a proper way in a trout.
But there's loads of
I
videos
haven't
and
got
stuff
Pike
like
are dead long, aren't they?
squid,
Pike or a
the-
big
the
catfish.
octopus
Oh,
or
they've
I've
got
seen a
something.
teeth.
video of a fella who's got a carp on
Big
his dick and
Xander.
he's like,
That's what I
Yeah.
mean, like, there's all sorts.
Imagine this on your dick, watch.
Okay, we're there.
Like, fucking imagine one of them on your dick, lad. Fucking chewing you off.
yeah.
Give good chews, though. Have the lips on them, lad.
And then you just buy one of them Billy,
Look, getting your
Billy
dick,
the
look,
Bass.
getting your
Start
dick in there.
Billy the Bass that sings.
Yeah, yeah.
But carp have like big, like fucking molars at the back to crunch like muscles and all that. Imagine your belly and touched it, he meant, oh.
Nah.
That kid fucking, what's his name? Stevie Dix or something.
Yeah,
He'd be fucking gutted, wouldn't he? Because they'd chew his bell end off, like.
massive.
Have you, so you said you're planning a live show on the Swingers Club anyway. I feel like
April.
That was the maddest.
Well, usually
tangent
doing,
ever done.
Let's watch
usually
the back
doing
to the
our
Swingers
one in
Club.
March.
Yeah.
Is it March?
Yeah,
What's
March
the venue
8th.
for that?
Phase 1.
Not coming.
Why not?
Not a Swingers Club.
Oh.
You
right,
promised
okay.
me too much now.
No, I mean, you can come to the Swingers one as well.
No.
But
on.
yeah,
You've wrecked it now.
March 8th. Come see us all.
That's quite soon. That's like
At
2 weeks.
phase
isn't it?
1. Yeah, I
And
don't know
it's-
when this will be out.
This
Before
is
we out
out
next week.
next Thursday, which is the
So you've got a week to get tickets for
which
it.
is the
It's
7th
always
of
fun.
March, isn't it? Oh shit, it is next week, isn't it?
I want to flip. By the way, I want to fire one of your questions you asked me
No,
and
this is
Gary
out
the
the
other day.
23rd of February. Sorry.
Back at yous. I want to fire one of your own questions back at yous. You asked me what my most embarrassing sexual experience was, and I had to tell a horrific story, like a proper war story.
It was
What-
rough, that.
Yeah,
And now it's under dog videos, which is even funnier.
I'll never know it was
What
me.
one was it? Was it the shit one?
It was the shit one.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
terrible night. One of my worst. Didn't come.
Yeah.
But what would you say your most embarrassing sex story is?
We've spoke
So-
about this, and like I've never really had any pre-Amy, like awkward ones.
Okay.
I thought
It
you were
was
just
all
being like
very
top
much-
fella then going, never had sex before, Amy. Don't have a past. Don't have a past.
Loads
a man of God.
chimps, dolphins. all sorts.
She'd have a
Raccoons.
trout.
But no, I've never really had like a proper like mortifying thing where like someone's fucking shit all over
That
me
must
and
be
all
great
that.
to not have one of them stories.
So
you know.
there might have been like awkward as in like, you know, first time,
Yeah,
like, like, but it wasn't anything mad. And then we've had like one or two in it.
So I've had one where my fella was doing doggy in the living room and his mum was in
Ah.
the bath. And we didn't know that she'd come out the bath and she walked in on us doing doggy in the living room.
That's not even a position you can blend either, is it?
No.
You can't even be like, ah, what a sweet.
Yeah, looking under the couch. That was it, man.
Where are you looking?
I've dropped a fucking trout somewhere.
And like we just sprang apart and his willy was like
Sprang apart.
Ah.
yeah, and I
Foil
was trying to
spring.
like, pull me thing down.
She's like, why is there an
Getting caught
alpaca
so bad,
in
isn't
here? Was it a llama or an alpaca?
Awful. A llama.
Ah, rip
7
off.
foot. 7
Fucked
foot
it.
llama.
Is that how tall it was? 7 foot?
Yeah, terrifying.
I've never been.
Terrifying.
I've never been llama
I
walking.
thought they were about that big.
Oh, that's an alpaca.
Yeah.
That's the maddest question anyone's ever asked, by the way.
Oh, you've never been llama walking?
I've been. There's a place.
Talking about you never been land walking.
There's a place.
You never walked a llama?
There's a place in Cheshire where you go llama walking. I've fucking took llamas walking. It's sick.
Do you ride like a horse or
No,
do
you
you
just
lead
have
them
it
on
on
a
a
rope?
lead and you walk on this track.
Well, no, if they're 7 foot tall, surely you can saddle
But they've got
that
long
up.
necks though, haven't they?
Yeah, I find.
So that's what makes them 7 foot.
Have you seen a llama? Have you watched Emperor's New Groove? Or was that an alpaca?
What the fuck?
It's a cartoon, isn't it? I don't know what it is.
Could have been an alpaca.
They've got in like tall grass. They look like swans.
just a neck and a head.
You look more like the Loch Ness
Swans,
Monster in long grass,
Yeah.
wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
You know? Just a big neck sticking out of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever ridden an animal?
I mean,
I've ridden a horse.
Not
my mum's got a horse. I
sexually.
rode that.
I've ridden a
You are
horse.
a
Your
horse.
mum's got a horse.
Everyone said your ma's a horse.
I said, yeah,
I
I've
rode
rode
that.
I've
that.
ridden
My mother,
ridden
the
a
horse.
donkey.
You've ridden a
A
donkey.
donkey.
I broke in a horse as well. So
Excuse me, what?
Sorry, say
broke
that again.
in one.
You broke its asshole.
No.
What do you mean?
Pop the horse's
You broke
cherry
it,
lad.
So
The horse
Any
is bleeding
fish
everywhere.
fella.
Because they don't get ridden, do they? Like,
so to
Naturally,
make
yeah.
it make it
you have to break 'em
rideable,
in.
you have to
Oh.
buckaroo basically, like proper
really?
Just put
rodeo.
like suitcases
Yeah.
on it and everything.
yeah. Put everything you can on it, yeah.
Yeah, and I got chucked off. Landed on my head.
Yeah. Time for another wave from another one of the sponsors. This time, it's T-Trades. Bobby, what does T-Trades offer?
Well, what doesn't T-Trades offer is probably the better question. T-Trades. T-Trades offers live courses on trading with cryptocurrency. She also offers crypto guides, stock market guides, understanding debt guides, and financial freedom guides. Also, if you want to invest with Tyler, please head over to t-trades.com. All the information will be on the website.
Link to it down below in the description.
We love you.
My mum used to have a horse that nearly killed her about 4 times, and it actually nearly caused her to die. No, I swear, it actually nearly caused her to die. Like, it was a psychopath. Like, she doesn't know what was up with this horse. It was lovely, dead tame, dead friendly. But as soon as you get on its back once with a saddle on, it'd be fucking kicking it.
Yeah, they just don't like
It's
it.
just
Yeah.
not broken in. Yeah, you have to like proper break its spirit.
You have though, that's to say,
You
you've got to like submit the horse
Yeah.
almost.
You're just saying that because you've been playing loads of Red Dead.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, I know
Played
that. Break it in.
Redemption 2.
No,
Dean.
I want it. That looks sick.
Have you got an Xbox, Dean?
I've got a PlayStation 4.
See, thank you.
Sorry for preferring Xbox.
Can I still play it?
You can still play it,
Yeah.
it's not
Oh,
with
yeah.
me. Unlucky.
Oh,
But
okay,
no,
sorry.
lad, I'd never played it before.
It's meant to be amazing.
It's
I've
great.
heard
It's
good
great.
things.
Listen,
Like,
lad, I've nearly bought a leather jacket over the past week, you know.
so funny. You're so influenced by the things that you do, aren't you?
Oh man, it's so, like my dad walked into my room before and I was like, whoa, what are you doing there?
Easy, partner.
Take it easy, fella. No, man,
There's a snake in my ass.
man, it's such a good game. Like
Yeah.
we were doing, me and my mate who play it, we were doing a mission with this kid the other day, and like, cause you needed 3 people to do this mission online, and there was only us 2, so some random kid joined it, and like the map's so geographically accurate. Like the north end of the map is like mountains with snow on, the southern end of the map's like desert, and then like the east and west, that's the way it's one's like the west like swamps and all shit like that, and the east like, well, it's sick.
Yeah.
And like each different terrain's got its own specific like wildlife, and we were going through like this forest, and a fucking big grizzly bear come out and just started mauling this kid we were doing the mission with to death. We only needed him to be able to start the mission.
To get the bait, like, to
Once
be
he-
bait
once
for the
he-
bear.
yeah,
innit?
once he was dead, we could still carry on. So
Yeah.
he was on the mic going, help! Help!
See ya, pal.
He just rode on away.
See ya, partner.
This town ain't big enough for the 3 of us. And we just let him die to a bear.
That's funny that we had that once. Did you ever play DayZ? But like
Yeah.
original when it was just a mod.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was an
On
arm.
Armour 3.
There's a game called Armour, which was like an army simulator, wasn't it? There was a mod on that,
People
which was
take that
DayZ
game very
originally.
serious, don't they?
Oh,
That
man,
Armour
it was
3.
heavy DayZ, man. But me and my mate used to like camp out on this little fire station, and we just control a little village pretty much. And we had these 2 guys who were trying to kill us, and we killed one of them, and we wounded the other one. And like you break bones, and you got to get blood bags and shit, otherwise you'll die. But we kept him alive. You can't die by just like you respawn in the same spot if you're not dead.
Yeah.
So like we keep him alive. Any zombie that was coming near him, we kill them. Anytime he was about to pass out, I'd run out and my mate would cover me, and I'd like bandage his wounds up a bit and then run off. So he was just stuck for hours, lad. And we were just sitting smoking weed, and he was going, "Please kill me," and we were like, "Nah, you chat shit, mate. It's too late." So for ages, and then he'd disappear because he'd go off. And then
come back on at the same spot.
yeah, but we'd have to like keep an eye out
In case he came
because
back.
he'd go,
Didn't
and then
see
we'd be
for
like,
3
he's
weeks.
not there, and then we'd be like doing other stuff, and then I go, lad, he's fucking back, you know. And we'd be back there, just I'd be like, no, like trying to. It was so funny, lad. We just tear them all night, all night, man.
Do you know, I get weird though on games like GTA or like Red Dead. You know, when you've got like free roam and you can like you've got your own free will.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
lad, I
Just
like,
do stupid shit. Don't
No,
you just
not
like sit down
even
on
stupid
benches
shit,
and that.
lad.
That's what I do. Sit there going, it's all right, round
I
here,
just
isn't it?"
follow the traffic like normal, like
Yeah.
I'm driving to work.
I
get that bored.
realised what's in the back of my mind when I play games. I spent like, I'm not even messing, 2.5 hours the other day out of an entire day. Like what I was doing, I was waiting on this little path that was out the way so there wouldn't be any witnesses. Waiting until people were coming past. I was hiding in a bush with a lasso. They were going past, lassoing them off the horse, dragging them in, hog tying them, putting them on the edge of like a ridge, and then killing the horse. So then somebody else would come past and stop and go, oh, this horse needs help.
Yeah.
Off your horse. I had like five or six of them lined up on the edge of this cliff. Took me 4 ages because I was in the middle of nowhere, so no one was coming past. And then one by one, I went over, picked them up, and threw them off the edge of the cliff. They were only NPCs. They weren't even real people.
What if? Imagine though if they were
Hey, in it
like
though,
Black Mirror
Westworld,
shit or
Westworld.
something, and you're just in there, and there's just people going, "Oh no!"
But he said
back."
this a lot more sadistic to me the other day because he said, I've lined 6 of them up and I left one at the very end just so when I threw everyone else off, he knew what was coming. And I went, Danny,
Did
you
you
all right?"
never? Did you never used to build like just a room on Sims, put
Set it on
people
fire.
in it, and delete the door, and be like,
Put the babies in it and that.
Just set, you went straight
for
to
the Grim
set it on
Reaper.
fire.
No, lad, listen.
Set it on fire straight away.
No, honestly,
What,
when I
the
was
house of the baby?
when
I
I
used
was
to
a
put
kid,
them in the pool and take the ladder away me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small swim
Yeah.
down, not know
Have
what
you
to do.
ever heard the Wicked Whims?
tell me more about this game.
It's basically Sims,
it's a mod for Sims.
but real life. Like you
Okay.
can shag on it.
You can spunk on their
Come on
head
people's
and then
faces.
just leave it, and then everyone goes, ugh.
It doesn't come off. You have to make them wash it off.
And they
Otherwise,
start
they'll just
stinking
walk
and
around with
everything.
cum on their head.
Covered in cum.
Wicked Whims.
And you get it on The Sims. Is it a mod for Sims? or
It's
is
a
it
mod.
No, I think it might be its own game.
Wicked
you
Whims.
I'm not sure, but you'd be able to find it. And
I'm gonna get.
we can
I'm
do
gonna
all
get this
sorts.
when I get
You can
home.
get like abortions and everything on there. Like genuine, like
Sick.
all real life shit on there. You can get addicted to drugs and stuff. Like you put it shows like the proper
Oh, no, it's a
shagging
mod.
and that. Like you
Oh,
see
yeah,
it all.
see the-
Like it's mad.
Like,
Coming
it's
on
not the
faces and that, and then just
woohoo
leaving
with
it. And they just walk
blurred,
around. Everyone's like,
it's
ugh.
shagging.
Well,
And
me
you
and
full
me-
and you're full on seeing and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
Go
me
ahead
and my
then.
brother the other day.
Oh yeah, go on.
no, like that. Let me clear that.
Still got the cum on his head.
He was sitting on stage. He
Dirty
stinks now. My mum walks past. No, yeah. So we were looking for a new game to get on Steam that we could play together. No, listen.
Sorry, I typed in this Wicked Whims. Look at that.
You on it?
Get the dick shut.
Lad, it's class, isn't it? It's mad. It's real life shit
we
going
were
on.
through all the different genres, and I can't remember. It was like I think the genre was called like AGN, like animated graphic novels, and we were like, what the fuck's that? So we clicked on it in the pair of it, and like there's games, and it's like romantic novels that have been like written for a game.
It's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah, but like
what's
style
like
thing.
they're all,
it's so there's a proper word.
Yeah.
To it. Like they do it for Harry Potter, so it's like people on fan sites will write like,
but it's
oh,
no, but these are
Harry
actual games that are on Steam. And like you go on and like you make your own character and you've got to like choose. It's like love story, and we were like, oh, let's watch the trailers for these. This will be funny. And lad, I'm not even messing the
Both
graphics.
crying.
No, man, the graphics on them are unbelievable as well.
Yeah.
Like good enough to get a semi watching the trailer. For the game. But like that, you see everything.
Oh,
Now.
you're probably getting into
Like,
that,
lad,
yeah.
you see, no, but like nothing's left to the imagination. Like there's close-ups on the
Is-
penetration and that.
that UK based.
And we were like, let's read.
What's this one called?
We were like, are they free? And I was like, there's reviews. I was like, let's read the reviews.
Oh, mate, they don't even read
Oh
them.
my god, there was people and they were like, I bust a nut just to the opening scene of the game, and I was like, lad, like had people believing proper in depth, not as good as other animated graphic novel games that I've played, but the detail in the actual scenes was unbelievable between the characters and the dialogue, and I was like, lad, you
Who
need
does
to die.
that? I don't get who comments on shit, man.
But
Exactly.
have you ever like watched
bust your
porn,
nut, get
had a
out.
wank and then gone,
I'll write
I'm
a
gonna do
review
a
on
review
this.
now.
Yeah, people want to know my
Did
thoughts.
I don't know what to come first and then review it.
Post no
'Cause
clarity, I feel like that'd be the best review you could ever give.
Yeah, but I think there'd be a lot more like
tears.
Yeah, not as there'd be a bit more negative reviews then,
Yeah, it
innit?
would be.
You'd be like, oh, this is fucking disgusting. I hate
Can't
this
believe I've
and
just
everyone
done
and
this,
me.
yeah.
And whereas if you maybe they watch through it and go, oh, it's all right there, and then watch through it again.
The
And
favourite bit.
yeah, I don't know.
I watch
I'd have to
porn
get one of
and
these
Yeah,
people
because
on
like,
the podcast
because like people
sometime.
watch like she-males on females because it's 2 pairs of tits, and then once you've come, you're like, oh, I've just watched that.
Oh
You know what I
no,
mean?
they got me again.
Those pesky she-males with the dicks and the tits making it all confusing.
But is that more straight?
The straightest porn you can watch, apparently.
A trans
think about it,
woman and
a female.
and a cis woman.
Do you ever remember the website years ago, chickswithdicks.com?
No, I remember Meat Spin.
What's that?
Go on it.
Was that is that where they had the music? Oh no, that was the one where she was getting shit on. It was beep, bop, 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 bop.
Oh no, it wasn't that.
I
But
forget
remember
the
My
name of
Happy
them.
Mondays or whatever, and it was like the
My Lazy Sundays.
like My Lazy Sundays, and you type it in, and then your computer would just be stuck with like 3 fellas in the shower naked going.
yeah. The internet was just mad back in the day.
Safari,
Yeah.
open it, don't know why.
Oh, okay. It's
Um,
basically just like a trans woman riding a guy and
and
the
it
dick's
just
just
flash-
spinning
yeah.
round.
That's fair. I've
Seen
seen worse.
the
it is.
fella, well he's on like the swing or something, and he's just swinging back and forth, getting like a big metal rod up his bullet hole. Have you seen it?
No.
Ah, it's incredible.
Which is that? What hole's that?
Bumhole.
bullet hole, yeah, his asshole.
Okay.
So he's got like a ball
Chocolate
clamp.
starfish. Rusty
Got a
shed,
dick hole though as
green,
well, haven't you? I
whatever
just
want.
didn't know
Yeah,
what.
no. So he's got his balls in like a big clamp,
Mm.
and he's got his legs fucking tied up, and he's just swinging like a fucking Newton's cradle or whatever, just like that. Man.
Yeah.
And he's just hitting this big fucking metal scaffolding pole up his arsehole, and he's just loving it.
Some wild shit out there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
crazy
it's
people.
like-
So when
like-
you go, oh, there's a woman who's got a fish in her fanny, I go, yeah, of course there is.
Yeah, innit?
Look at him on the fucking pole and the swing and that. Like,
It's
what?
just nuts, lad. Like,
It's crazy people out there.
I remember I had this conversation with these lads I was in school with, right? Because we went on this website called chickswithdicks.com to see if it was real. It was all new to us. We were in like year 8, and we were like, I always wondered, like, is there ever people like who were born? Because like these women didn't
Sierra,
look like they had fake
hermaphrodites.
tits, but the dick looked also very real. So it was like, was she born with a dick but also tits, or is
Yeah,
there actually
right.
been surgical enhancement? Because it looked real.
yeah.
And I had
So-
to watch like 7 videos to really, to really gauge a theory on that.
I leave 3 reviews.
The first time I ever seen like a trans woman was there was a show called like Sex Cetera.
Remember
Yeah,
Sex
remember
Ed?
Sex
I used to watch that when my dad went to bed
Yeah,
and have a
yeah,
wank,
yeah.
and there was one night there was some woman with a wolf
used to
mask
ruin
on.
it, yeah.
There was someone with a wolf mask on sucking someone's dick, and it terrified me, and I never watched it again.
Yeah, but it always ruin your wanks to stop halfway through an interview and then go back to it. Like,
So the first time I'd seen a trans woman was on that, and it's I don't know if it's sly or what they were doing. I thought it was hilarious at the time. Like they had a picture of her, like with her tits out and that, and he was showing all these fellas, and the fellas were like, yeah, fucking, she's a 10 at shag here, and then he'd just go and show the dick, and they go, and he's like, you still want to show, and he's like, no. Do you know what I mean? And so it's a bit sly, because
Yeah.
like you go, well, why not? Like, what's the fucking difference? But it was just
a big
hilarious.
veiny dick.
Yeah,
That's
the
the difference.
difference is a penis.
Yeah, but you just put it in the bum.
Fair play.
But it was just the reveal. I just thought it was so funny. Like all the fellas being like, and they just go, would you? Yeah, still. And they're like,
No, it's like that. You
There's
see the
panic,
video
I don't
with
know, like-
the Mexican fella. The Mexican fella goes, oh, gets this girl to kiss this Mexican fella.
Oh,
and go
yeah,
there.
yeah,
And
and
over
then
it you go,
oh, wasn't that like a reality show? Like a date?
No, that was
Is
the
that
one I
something
spoke about.
else?
Something about Miriam.
Yeah, and she
Remember
was a
that?
trans
Yeah,
woman,
and
wasn't
the
she? And
fellas
they
were
didn't
like
tell.
all gutted at the end because she was like fucking.
See, I don't like that sly that in it, because like one, it's sly on air when all the fellas turn around and go, no, actually I don't want to get with you, and then it's sly on the fellas in a way because they've gone on not knowing that it's a woman who's potentially got a penis.
Yeah.
And they've signed up for a dating show, and
It's
then
false
they're like,
advertisement, isn't it? It's like when Mackie said they want
That's it.
milkshakes on and the machine's knackered. That shit.
don't know some information about
kind of the
that.
same, yeah.
So it come up on my YouTube the other day about that
spoke
song
about
about
this
Miriam.
last week, didn't we?
Yeah, but no, it come up on my YouTube like 2 weeks ago. Someone done like a little documentary about the program and that. So I watched it, and it was saying like they got heavily sued and like it was like bad stuff.
Yeah,
like
I'm
it was only
surprised
like
it
one
was all
series,
mad.
but she's dead now, and she was a porn star.
Oh, should I?
Do you know what? I'm sure it's something.
One of the
like she
fucking
got,
single fellas.
no,
called
like
her.
something. No, like I'm sure she got murdered or something. You know, like
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Let me think. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if she fucking, well, she like
baited
Brazilian
loads
or
of
something.
fellas on a big yacht.
No, but
Hey,
that
but
wasn't
she
it, though,
weren't-
was
hey,
it? That's
the
the
show.
show's.
She
problem.
weren't bad. She was pretty, if anything, like the series.
That's just a fucking nightmare of people doing shite telly
But,
just to get
but it's
people
mad, like,
Yeah.
you couldn't get that on the telly
responses
today.
and that, innit?
You couldn't
No,
have that on
no
the telly today,
chance.
could you?
No.
No.
Like, it's
You shouldn't have had it on the telly then.
Yeah, no one knows
Do you get what I
that.
mean? Like,
no one knows. Because it wasn't that long
Yeah.
ago. Like, I was in senior school when it was out. So
yeah.
it's not that long ago.
You can tell. Yeah.
Because look,
Go back to that last picture. Zoom in. Show them.
yeah,
You
but
tell off that.
It looks like him if he had a shave.
because look,
Yeah, now you've said that, it does kind of like me.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
No,
Oh my
because
God.
it's a bit. Looks a bit like Khloe Kardashian type.
He
no,
looks like a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Or
sure.
China.
I'm sure. China off the wrestling. I was about to say China's
Yeah.
a fucking woman though. It looks like a footballer. I don't know what footballer looks like.
Let me.
Ibrahimovic.
Looks like the fella off goal.
It's mad that. We were having this
Oh,
conversation. the other
dies
night, actually.
mysteriously.
I'm
Sorry.
in to see your input on this. Because obviously, you're not transgender. I said,
Or am I?
you'd never know. I said, right, get your dick out.
As she's scratching the muzzy.
I'd have no problem sleeping with a trans bird under the two, I think, very fair conditions. If A, I knew first,
Mm.
and B, she was fit.
Yeah. That's it.
Because
Like,
there's some of them, like, you know, like with veneers, some of them look really good.
yeah.
And some of them,
Veneers is
some
a
of them,
thing.
It's
you're
the
like,
same with saying,
get the
like,
turkey with them, have it,
it's
yeah.
the same with saying you'd sleep with a cis woman if she was fit and not ugly. Do you get what I mean?
Wait, I don't know all
What
these
does
things. What's a
cis
cis
mean?
woman?
Cis is just like a born a woman,
Yeah.
She's got
identifies
she's
as
got
a woman,
massive cyst on her
straight
fanny.
woman.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah,
cis.
yeah. Like you're a cis male.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, okay, okay.
So if you'd say that about a woman, wouldn't
Okay.
you? You go, oh, shag her if she's fit.
Yeah.
If she's ugly, then
Yeah.
I'm not going to shag her.
So,
There's no difference there, really,
Big
is there?
50
Not
stone
if
If
fella
that's
with
the only
wig
thing
on.
that's stopping you is A being fit, then
The
there's
gauge
no
is
Do you not
different.
difference.
feel like
Gauge saying
trans
is
women
physical
might be at a
attraction,
bit of
Yeah.
an unfair disadvantage though, because there is some of them who even after the surgery still look maybe, let's say,
Have more masculine
Masculine.
features.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
fucking what's his face? Caitlyn Jenner.
yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Have you seen the roast?
Someone-
Have you seen the roast? And the basketball player gets up and he's roasting the roast battle. And he's roasting Caitlyn Jenner, and he goes, "Caitlyn Jenner, very very brave. Finally, fucking decided to change. She went and just proved that nobody in that family likes a white dick." And I was like, for a basketball player, it's a good joke.
That's funny, that, yeah. Yeah, so you're literally just saying about attraction then,
Yeah,
innit?
that's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with whether she's trans or not, it's just whether she's
no.
fit or not.
Doesn't matter
Well,
on your orientation.
I
It's
see-
just if you're good looking or not. No?
Yeah.
There's that argument though, because you always see it on Twitter. It's always Twitter where all these very serious debates about public issues.
Oh, yeah.
They're always done on Twitter, and it's like there's some trans women who are like, well, no, I'm a woman, so I shouldn't have to tell you that I used to be a fella before.
Finn Taylor's got the best analogy for it.
Okay.
He says, he goes, oh, I can't fancy that trans woman because she used to be a man. And it's like, yeah, but you fancy that woman who used to be a baby. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like, why does it matter? I think I think maybe after, if they've still got a penis, then maybe
No, I just mean like
you've got to be saying, maybe
like,
maybe give me a heads up that you've got a dick.
If it's post-op
like
and the penis is
imagine
gone,
you buying
then
a car though.
If that's the case though, if post-op, penis gone, vagina, you don't have to tell me then.
I probably
I don't
still want to
think.
know though, just so because like I said, this is what I said the other week. Imagine there used to be an ugly fella.
Yeah, but
they're not ugly
now they're
anymore.
10 and they're shagging you.
Good for them. But I don't know.
doesn't
It's like
matter.
imagine you buying a car and you go, "Oh, can I have the service history?" And you go, "Nah." And you go, "Why?"
and you find out it's a cat dealer and you're
you go,
fuming.
you go, "Why not?" And they're like, "Just not giving you the service history." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
get-
There's a spoken word artist called George the Poet,
Mm.
and he's got a song called Cat D, and he compares women to cars. It's hilarious. Listen to it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it can't, but it's just like I don't know whether I don't even know what I'm trying to say now.
Well, you said on ours that you've got a taste of vagina, like you've got a preference for vagina,
Yeah,
so you can have a preference for not penis. I
that's
guess.
true. That is
If
true.
you're being
That's true.
fussy on fannies, than a penis is.
That makes it. I basically said I told them the theory of me 3 types of vagina theory.
Like chicken nuggets, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fanny nuggets.
That's
You
what I
said
was
it
gonna-
that many times.
The
Yeah,
word's spreading. I'll get this. I'll get that.
Fanny nuggets.
No, it's just I've heard it that many
Fanny
fucking
nuggets.
times.
No, it'll be published one day. That
Sound
trust
horrible,
me.
them,
Is that like when your discharges all like clumped together?
It's
and
just
been
that
there
little
for
bit of
ages?
tissue that's there sometimes after the week.
Fanny nuggets, la.
But like, and then you were like, well, no, that's fair enough. You were like, there's ugly dicks as well.
Yeah.
But like,
If
most
you had to
dicks are
suck a
ugly.
dick, what type of dick would you suck?
A trans woman's one.
So I can grab the tits as well.
But like,
yeah.
but
Full circle.
I don't know. I'd probably want one. Not much foreskin. Wouldn't like it to have a curve in it, 'cause that'd be awkward to wear.
I'd want one this big.
I am the opposite
Okay,
for what
fine.
Danny wants. I've got a curve and loads of fucking scarves.
Put it right in my mouth.
Snooze
scar.
for
I don't
days.
want one that's going to make me like gag. You know
Oh
what
no,
I mean?
you might
Yeah.
like that.
I don't.
No, you don't know. You don't know.
Every time I brush my teeth, I go, "What?" I don't go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I
Let's do that
gag.
more.
I gag when I brush my teeth, but that's because I was bulimic. But dicks, take a dick all day.
As many dicks as you want.
my,
She
step,
can.
my stepdad used to brush his tongue like aggressively, right, and like bore so bad and
Yeah.
vomit.
I've spewed up.
And
brushing
when I got to about 15 and we didn't like each other anymore, I scrubbed the hole inside of the toilet basin with his toothbrush and then stood behind him and watched him brush his tongue aggressively. And he was going, "Ah," and I was going,
Why'd you put yourself through that every morning? Like, I just don't, like,
I know.
do it like once a week. Or
yeah.
something, if you really need to do it.
Nah,
Every
But, then
morning.
but now,
I do it.
now that I'm an adult, I'm like, how horrible was my ma's fanny lad that he had to scrub his tongue? Do you know what I mean?
Bring it up and ask it.
Hey, mum, is your fanny horrible?
Hey, we've got another question.
Yeah.
Does your box stink?
Yeah.
But no, you've got to brush your tongue every day, haven't you?
I do.
Yeah,
that
you don't have
the rule
to
of
brush it
thumb?
so aggressively that you nearly throw up, though, do you?
I've threw up a few
I
times.
have. I've
I've been sick.
See, I've never thrown up. I might be good at sucking dick.
I've got a decent
I reckon
gag
you'd have a
reflex.
talent for it, you know.
You got any bottles? I've defrozen bottles on the
I
pod,
seen
haven't
you
I?
throw that dildo in your mouth the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a weird
we
story.
were in the
There's a
other
backstory to that. But it was in Birkenhead.
We were in the townhouse.
I was just bored.
But yeah, fucking, like, yeah, do you know what? You actually did get a fair bit of that in, you know?
It's thick as well.
Yeah.
That
so
was the problem with the thickness.
I reckon you could get that mic in your mouth.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
It's when we were in the Have a Word
But I don't want to
studio,
electrocute it.
and Have a Word is sponsored by
Take it
Love
out, go the other
Honey.
way.
Love honey, yeah.
And they've got a weird collection of various shapes, sizes, colours,
Wild
dildos.
collection, innit?
Some mad ones that are like ridged fucking dick, like that, but like some horrible looking ones. And there was this black dildo, and I'm not, it's put that long, and it's about that wide as well. It's fucking huge. I managed to like a little bit, and he just gets it, and goes,
You do.
"Huh?" And gets about nearly a quarter of the way down this massive cock, lad.
Made a mad noise as well, innit? Like a noise that would only come
'Cause I
out
went-
by shoving a dick
Because
in
I
your
went
mouth.
to,
Yeah.
I kind of laughed as I was doing it, but then realised, my vocal cords realised he was a big black dick in my mouth.
He tried to laugh to make himself seem shy.
Yeah.
Like it was his
And
first time.
I went, I'm just killed. Sorry, audio listeners.
And just someone's got headphones in for that.
Yeah.
Imagine that's what they're listening to on the bus going to work.
Sorry, people.
That's where the word cock comes from, you know?
Big
Well,
cock.
From
Podcast.
gagging on a cock.
It sounds like one of fucking
Is
Billy.
it?
Yeah.
Wait,
According to Thomas
Have you ever-
Hartley.
Have you ever heard of Billy Connolly's joke when he says that about the word wank? He goes, do you know where the word wank come from? He said, when we were in school and we were kids and we used to go on like field trips and that, and we got put in like our army bases. He went, the old beds, because when you masturbate, that was the noise they made. He went, you never heard a bed go, masturbate? He said it was just, wank, 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 wank.
Yeah.
Billy Connolly.
Anyway, been over an
Shout
hour
out.
and 22 minutes. I think we could call it an episode.
Oh, it's
guys.
right, fine.
Anything
Yeah.
you wanna
Plug before we do.
Mild High Club podcast.
6 Fist arsehole.
We've got loads of stuff on the Patreon there. We go on Omegle. Do you know what Omegle is?
Yeah. I only see it with that fella who does the fucking the rapping. That's all I've ever seen.
So we went on there on mushrooms
Bars.
and chat
Yeah.
to loads of people. A lot of Indian
Loads of
people.
Indian
which was
fellas.
Really?
A lot of
mad.
men wanking, I'd imagine.
But,
Yeah.
A lot of wanking. We had this guy
Good
get
to see you, by
naked
the way.
and that. It was hilarious. We've got we had the sports day that Danny done. We're going to be doing another one of them this year.
Reigning champion. I'm back to defend me golden
cheated.
bong.
But,
Didn't cheat.
yeah.
No one never cheated.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did
you
it.
I
did.
never cheat. Right.
It's on film. It's literally on camera.
I never cheated. So
What's
one
the
game.
rules?
no.
What's the rules to the
There's
the sports
multiple
thing?
angles if
Have
you
you got
cheat.
to...
Joe, right, so tell me if this is cheating, Gary. Right, you're doing an egg and spoon race, yeah? The eggs fall off.
Hold the egg.
You pick the eggs up and just run.
Right, that game, I'll admit, I did cheat. But
Okay,
because of that...
Can we just...
You're on it. You're on it.
Case closed. I'm calling promo for the next one. Yeah, I'm calling shots here for this next one. Right, I cheated in one game. Yeah. But I didn't get given any points for that because I cheated. So it's not like me cheating in that game.
But
helped me
also,
win.
if we added up all of the points, you wouldn't have been in the last one anyway. We just sort of went like, oh, you've beat him in this last bit, so now you're against him.
So 5 rules, which you stated, I won fair and square.
That's true.
Reigning champion.
But there's an asterisk in there because you did cheat in one of the games. That's all I'm saying.
We could have disqualified you altogether, all right? So
you wouldn't have did. I was there. I'd have went in the pub and caught was me. I'd have been smashing glasses and everything.
If you cheat this year, disqualification.
Have you got to be high to play the game though? Is that the rules? Yeah.
100%.
That was the first time I'd had the edibles from Green Angel, by the way. And
power on,
sitting there having a scran. And I remember looking up and you were just looking at me and I had this burger and it was falling a bit. I was going...
like that David Hasselhoff
video. Trying to eat the wooden egg and spoon.
How strong are them little jellies, like the little diamond jellies off them?
I only ate half of one of yours last week.
I
fell off.
Don't do anything.
I've half.
I don't do anything.
Do half.
I've got a bag of ours.
I've half.
And I opened it the other day. We were watching the Bonged Up Abroad.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I feel like I'm missing out on so much, you know? So I was like, shall I? And I got out and I looked at it. And then I just started panicking.
It's funny how scared people are.
One of yours did the week when I only ate half at the time, and so there's a perfect after, isn't it?
I've that, you'd be sound.
Yeah.
But anyway, loads of shit on our Patreon and that. We've got live show. These guys are coming on, Danny and Gary, coming doing our next one in March. It's a live talent show. People come on, they do shit for a minute or so, and then we interview them. It's always mad. It's always a good laugh.
We've got boss merch at comedymerch.co.uk.
Yeah. Just stand up.
Where's our merch? And we didn't even ask him.
Yeah. And just give us a follow on
didn't even ask him.
on Instagram and that for looking for gigs and shit, man.
Put all the ads on the screen in various places. Links all that in the description. That, man.
And these two have been on ours as well, so go watch that.
Well, is that out now, is it?
Our voices
that'll be out. Probably be out maybe like the same week as this or something. It's coming out on Tuesday.
Next week. This will be out Thursday next week.
It's just pets.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Our podcast with them is like Pets 3, innit? It's just animals with voiceovers.
Basically, it's just videos of all the animals that Danny could murder. That's what it is.
Alsatian, Pitbull, XL Bully.
What dog would you be quickly? He's a St. Bernard.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'd like to be like, I don't know, like...
You're a Bichon Frise.
I was gonna say like master. Nah, I don't know. I reckon I'd make a good golden retriever.
You're a poodle.
Yeah, golden
I'd like to be a beagle because the knobheads, but I feel like I've got like a nose and a face like a sharp edge, all wrinkly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or a
Rhodesian Ridgeback.
What's the dog de Bordeaux's?
Oh my god.
They've got like a gingery coat as well, haven't they?
But I feel like I'd be a roadkill dog though. I'd be hit by a lorry or something because I'm just a mess, aren't I?
Oh my god. Before we go, I just reminded me of something that happened years ago, right? This is a quick one. You're going to love this dog ties in the story.
My favourite.
For anyone who doesn't know me, they're my favourite story.
But, right, my mum, right,
kills dogs.
Loves animals.
And that's why she's a vet now.
Loves animals more than
like, she get paid to
loves animals more than anything in the world, right? And there was this couple who came down to visit their mates who lived in Rainhill. And they come down in the motorhome. They brought the little dog with them. One day, dog gets out the motorhome, goes missing, right? So they end up staying in Rainhill in this motorhome for about 6 weeks. Like the local communities, some surrounding areas.
I'd be gone after one.
Without, of course.
6 weeks, lad, that dog's well gone.
There's a mad twist in this. So, they had like people from
it's not that mad because I know the dog's dead already.
No. Listen.
Never let him write a film.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Doubt me now.
Go ahead.
Right, so for about 6 weeks, like all like people from like surrounding areas, my mum included, were going. She was slagging me.
Oh, was it probably like the original like shared?
Yeah, but they actually went out looking, right? She had me and my little brother out at various times through the day in local fields where the dog had went missing with torches and shit like that.
So funny.
6 weeks this went on for. They had an advert, they had an appeal on Radio City and everything. It was all in the Echo for like 6 weeks. Turns out, after 1 week, they knew the dog was dead. Right, but you were getting donations.
They were going GoFundMe for that dog.
The dog had been found dead on the side of a dual carriageway.
Yeah.
You'd scanned it, Mike. The chick, they were like, "Is this yours?" They were like, "Yep." But then they were like, "People are loving this." So we're gonna keep
Give the
money
people
for the
what
new
they
one.
want.
Because everyone was saying it. I had my mum going,
The original Shannon Matthews.
yeah, I'd like fucking like me marvellous because they got a dog as well. Like the next week, they got a new dog, and we were like, "That's a bit odd."
Saves up the
We'll
money.
brush over that. But yeah,
That's
oh,
mad.
that.
What a scam.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. Well, if our dogs ever die,
Thanks for getting this far on the podcast.
Now for a little word from our sponsor, Orange County CBD. Put them on the screen now. Here we go. Orange County CBD. Use code Happenin10 at checkout, and you get 10% off all orders on all products, whether that be your CBD oils, you've got your jellies, you've got your vapes, which are a healthier alternative to the likes of your disposable vapes with the nicotine in. And now they're also doing a skincare range as well. So if you want gleaming skin like ours, Orange County CBD, and use code Happenin10 in the checkout for 10% off all of your orders.
We love you.
But Dean and Amy, thank you for coming down. It's been a pleasure.
no worries,
Thanks
man.
for
It was
having
fun.
us.
Nice
We'll
one
do
for
it
having
again.
us.
Been
Yeah.
lovely.
Thanks for watching. Everyone's links are down in the description. Go and check them all out. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.